Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome,
Hi.
welcome.
I'm not ready. I'm getting the
San
water.
Moreno 200. When you said, what about Mushoku Tensei? I can only imagine you were asking, what about my light novel readings for Mushoku Tensei? Probably not going to continue those on until after I've moved. And I'm going to have to find probably a new time to do those. And they may be recorded. I don't know if they're pre-recorded. I don't know if I'm going to do them live. I don't know how I'm going to continue those because I don't want to do those solo anymore. I definitely want to have... I wanted to try and find a voice actress to read along with me on those. I really, really did, but nobody stepped up. There was no one that stepped up, and I was hoping to do that. But yeah, so I do want to continue those. Those were really, really good. And as you saw me type, Volume 20 was phenomenal. I just finished reading Volume 20 on my Kindle last night. Literally last night I finished Volume 20. And if you don't know, it's the 13th now. If you read on Kindle, we are 20 days away, or I'm not 20, 10 days away from Volume 21 coming out. So 20 and 21 are actually kind of a two-parter. Like they are a two-parter. So that's really, really cool. So San Marino, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. My bad if I didn't. But I hope I was able to answer your question as best I could. Here's I've got some other Fat Dog updates I need to let you guys know about really quickly before we get started, but we're going to do our best to get into slime as best we can. Honestly, you were losing hope, thought the voice actor reading Mushoku Tensei was done for. No, that's me. I'm still here. No. All right, here's the thing. If need be, and because Moon is here, and it's going to take us so long to actually get through Mushoku Tensei, to actually get through slime, by the time we actually get done, I may just be like, hey, Moon, read these real quick, and then I may just give everybody access and be like, hey guys, here's my Kindle shit. Read these volumes real quick on your own as fast you can, and just be like,
homework.
Here's your homework. All right, everybody, we're reading
How
Mushoku
many volumes
Tensei.
we talking? How many volumes we talking?
Let's see. Let me actually open this up real quick because all right, Fat Dog light novels is what I got to look up real quick. So oh Jesus Christ. Let me look up Fat Dog light novels real quick. Because I don't think I was overly far into, and I'm sorry guys, I haven't gone there and updated the slime light novel streams, and I apologize for that. Okay, so Fat Dog light novel streams actually picked up with volume 10, but volume 14, 16, oh god. Okay, so we ended on volume 16. Yeah, so we're pretty far into it, but 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the anime end?
Where's the anime at? Volume 6.
Yeah. So I might need to read a bit more than that.
So all right, here's the
That's
the crazy
a lot
part.
of reading.
Yeah. Here's the crazy part. Season 2, where things are looking for season 2 of Mushoku Tensei is going to end at after volume 12. Like it's going to end with volume 12. So you're looking at the very least, you're looking at season 3. Or at least halfway into season 3.
Cool.
Yay. But season 3 is where shit gets hype. Oh, yes.
Is there a season 4?
Oh, yes. Dude, there's 26 volumes. And the studio that's doing Mushoku Tensei was built specifically to do Mushoku Tensei.
Oh, who we gotta get to do Mushoku Tensei?
Founded.
How's about Mushoku Tensei to do Mushoku Tensei?
Yeah.
No, they're called Studio Egg.
Studio Egg, and
have them do it themselves.
And they were phenomenal. Like the animation, like when I say they were flexing on their animation, it's no joke. Their openings.
They took the Thanos approach. Fine, I'll do it myself.
Like literally, they don't have openings. They don't have a visual. They don't have a visual opening. They have opening songs.
They have an audio opening.
They have an audio
which changes based on the region they are in.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's so good. It's highly encouraged.
Watch.
All right. Also, here's one of the funniest anime memes I saw, and I saw it today. Thank you, MXR Plays. It was Rudius, and they were talking about when I try to groom a teenager, the internet hates me. Little Rudius. And then they immediately cut to what's her name with the eye patch and Chainsaw Man, and they go, "Oh, but when you do it, it's fine because it's a girl trying to groom a teenager." By the way, the girl technically physically older than the person that she's grooming.
Also,
Rudius physically younger.
Yeah.
Than the person that he is grooming, and Eris beats the fuck out of
him.
And
well deserved too.
Well deserved, and there are very much consequences. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
consequences.
Patrons
also,
we react to it with Richie.
You haven't read 17 yet. Dope. All right, San Marino. Here's another thing. If you are not a patron of Fat Dog, you should immediately become a patron of Fat Dog. It's only $1.
Please.
It's only $1 to be a patron. $1 a month.
And you'll get full access.
You'll get full access. Moon is reacting to all of Mushoku Tensei. His reactions are up there.
We've got all the way up to episode
19.
Yeah, 19.
19.
Next
20
is 20 and 21, which I will be uploading after this.
Oh, nice.
And then 20, 22, and 23, I have to put in the editor, make sure everything's fine, make sure I got to cut shit, and then I will upload that next week.
Okay.
And then after that, it is Konosuba, baby, which I have started recording, and I have loved so fucking much. I love meta humor, so every time I see the goddamn pause menu, it kills me.
Yeah. It's one of the best isekais that's out there.
Especially when it's like paused on her face. Just
yes, I was about to say.
Which is like, fine, I'll just lay down and die. And I'll just go and put myself splayed out and wait for the monster to kill me.
Shirt.
Yeah.
And it's a fun show to react to, but there's also a lot of shit that I have to sit and pause and be like, what can I say to this?
Are you watching it? Wait, you're watching it dubbed, right? Or you're watching sub?
Wait, hold on.
I'm watching it subbed. I will watch dub later.
Hang on.
I watched it both at this point, I could say. Not Mugoku Tensei, though. I'd have to go back and watch that at some point, maybe.
Son of a bitch. I hate that I have to type out the whole thing.
I kind of want to get more to drink.
No.
Drink.
Water.
And some tea.
Maybe.
Mm.
No, I don't have
I
any
have
scotch.
not really drank tea that much.
It's pretty nice. Mm. If you add a little honey, it's pretty nice on your throat.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That was my
Anyone who's
coffee,
sitting here
actually.
wondering how much I've had to drink, I will tell you. It was Coke that I added a bit of M-U-R.
Okay. Now you're going to understand this. Now you're going to understand this joke a lot more.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you're going to understand this joke a lot more now.
Woo!
Oh. Good.
It's called One Time Only. Yay.
And yes, we used the pause effectively.
Yes, you did.
I think
I get it now.
So now, yeah, okay. There you go. There you go. Okay. Now I gotta actually talk about the actual Fat Dog stuff real quick. So how long is the uptime? How many pages you've read so far? Of what? Facts.
If we're talking about Konosuba, oh my god.
Oh, that's a whole nother
God
beast.
help me. Fucking Shoku Tensei, that's the one.
Okay, guys. I gotta get back to talking about Fat Dog because we're going off topic way too much. All right, so here's the thing, guys. We have a new reaction to Slime that just went up today. So if you haven't done so, I'm gonna copy the link for people to check out. If you have not seen it, I want to make sure that you guys see this. I'm gonna paste it in there. We have a new reaction. There it is. So this dude really, this guy, Reggie Wolf, just a wonderful reaction to Slime episode 2. Loved the fact that he's like, I love this Wolf Clan, until he realized they ate Timon and Pumbaa, and he's like, I don't like this Wolf Clan. So
Wolf
good.
Clan eats my
So
favorite
good.
childhood characters. I don't like this Wolf Clan.
He was like, I'm fucking with these guys. Eats his favorite
Black
childhood
Swordsman,
characters.
now you're fucking
I ain't
mad.
fucking with these wolf guys. Like, god damn it. Yeah.
They
So-
were done and they were like slimy yet satisfying.
Slimy yet satisfied. Man.
I didn't see that.
How did that
I feel-
how
wish I
that
could've done my
Warthog and
own, but I
Meerkat
already
taste?
watched the show.
How did Timon and Pumbaa taste? You know, slimy yet satisfying. I got it. You know what? I got it. You know, oddly enough, I now have to put that in. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yo, come on, Pumbaa.
Congratulations on
Bruh.
graduating from a Dave.
He's like, whoa,
That is
back
basically
up.
Just getting a participation
You do
trophy.
what?
Oddly
Hey,
enough,
you shut up, Prince
Would.
BT, for subscribing at a tier 1.
Hey.
For 11 months.
Hey.
How about that?
thanks
Ooh.
for becoming a Dave and not becoming a Dave. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Thank you
Yes.
for your patronage.
That kind of reminds me of I don't know if it was
Slimy.
like a joke of like
There
a
we go.
gang. It was like, yo, no, you don't mess with Elmo. He's cool. Like, you don't diss Elmo. Just like
Oh,
these
yeah.
full on
You shit
gangs.
on me.
Imagine
You
these
can shit on my
gangs.
friends, but you can't shit
All
on
right.
Elmo.
Oddly enough, I bet
You don't-
Timon
you
and
don't mess with
Pumbaa
Elm
taste
Street.
slimy yet satisfying. Yeah. All right.
What
So
kind
there
of
we
vibe
are.
I get from that reaction.
Thanks for that.
Uh,
Thanks for that. I appreciate that. All right. He's gonna hate me for that comment, but damn it. Thanks, Moon.
Thanks,
Have to
Moon.
read and yet, or thanks, Moon. Have read any yet, or have you been joshing and giving news? Joshing the new news.
Yashin.
Joshing with news.
No, it says Joshing with Nua.
Nua.
Mwah.
Nua. All right. So we have a new reaction. Also, I think there was another thing in Fat Dog that I was supposed to talk about. Oh,
Films.
yes. Guys, I'm gonna be out of town this Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that's
my
all.
mom, my mom's birthday is tomorrow. She's a Valentine's baby.
Oh, that's cool.
She's gonna hate me for saying this, but
What?
I mean, I'm 41, and I think I'm
Oh.
over my age. You know how ladies are about their age. But yeah, my mom
Dropping
is
the H bomb.
my mom is turning 70.
Yeah.
But
Well, congrats to her though.
yeah, but my mom is actually really fit. Like, she may be 70, but she looks like she's still in her 50s, bruh. Like,
That's good. She
Yeah.
takes care of herself. That's
yeah,
great.
she's in good shape. She's in really good shape. But her
That's
birthday's
good.
tomorrow, but we're doing like the big family gathering on Sunday, which means I can't do anime church on Sunday. So we're actually doing it a day early. We're gonna be doing it on Saturday, same time. So here's the other thing: we're not dressing up.
Maybe. He left it up to interpretation for me, so
I
we'll
did
see when I
not.
come on in.
I
Yes,
didn't.
you did.
I did not.
Oh,
I
you
specifically
said.
said.
Let me
I
pull it up.
specifically said not naked.
I get
Wait,
that.
well, hold
Yeah.
on.
No, you
what?
said since it's not Saturday, dress code
Birthday
is
suit.
fuck it. So
Oh.
I spaced
we
out for
shall
a second.
see what
What?
happens, my friend.
It is a relaxed dress code. So it is a casual dress code.
Casual
Richie
Saturday.
will show up in whatever the fuck I will show up in. Who knows? We'll
Speedo.
see whatever I decide whenever the fuck I wake up on Saturday. I might go
Whatever
lazy.
yeah.
I am not gonna lie because it's gonna be a Saturday. It's a work day for me. I'm probably gonna wake up at 3, 2, whenever the shit starts.
Okay.
I don't know how bad it's gonna
Okay,
be because
here's
like
the
you're only
thing.
gonna see the top half.
Good.
right?
Because here's the thing, Moon, you will show up sober for Anime Church.
Yeah, tired as
For
fuck.
church.
Yeah. Well, waking, no, groggy as fuck, not tired. You will have just woken up. You will be groggy. Tired is
Ooh.
before sleep, not after sleep.
Mm.
Coffee
Groggy.
would be the
Yeah.
acceptable.
But I was sober last Anime Church as well.
I
Just
know, but you're just not
groggy.
sober now. That's why I'm
Too
saying
much
that.
of the
You
Lord's
are
blood.
the
correct.
bad digivolution of drunk
digivolution.
Jesus. Oh no.
Yep.
All right, so
Look,
those are the things.
cut my
Those are
hair,
the
so
things
I
I got to
can't do
talk about. Also, guys, if you're on the server, don't touch random links because this is not how things be. Also, guys, don't make joke suggestions to us on the suggestion box. That's not what this shit
Yoke
is for.
suggestions.
Mhm.
Had some shower
Yeah.
thoughts. Don't give us your effing shower thoughts. We're not looking for that. If you want to post shower thoughts, post them in general. That's not what suggestion box is for.
I had a suggestion from within the shower.
Hey guys, the suggestion
No.
box for Fat Dog, not shower thoughts. If you got shower thoughts, there's a whole fucking Reddit for that. Don't go posting them in here. That's not what this is for. Thank you. The suggestion box is for things that we can do to improve the actual, like, the channel, or to improve the Discord server, or to improve the Patreon, things like that.
things that you guys would like to see.
Here's the thing. You're not the writers. And 9 times out of 10, most of your suggestions that you put out there are just, how do I say this? How do I say this in the nicest terms possible?
Not going to
They're
work with the already
considered.
set up narrative.
Your ideas are shit.
Okay.
Here's the reason why they're shit. They don't fit the narrative of the story that we're telling because you don't necessarily know the story that we're telling because you don't know the ending. You only know where we've gone so far. You don't know where we're going.
Very important.
So the suggestions that you have are because you don't know the characters, and you know, like, you just know the jokes that we're making, but you don't know anything specific about where the characters. You don't know anything deep about the characters. You haven't gone through the trenches. You haven't waded through the weeds. You haven't dug through the details of the characters.
Like, it's funny when Krusty says, "I will seduce the dragon," but it's even funnier when it comes to a head later that yes, he does, for one.
But you know that
You
he's
haven't
going
latched
to.
on.
The
Here's
whole
the thing.
rolling thing just is a complete
Here's the thing.
thing on its
Here's
own.
the thing. Here's the thing. You guys latched on to the natural 20 and the seduce the dragon and all the bard stuff and the humpity hump, but you didn't latch on to all the nuance of Krusty and like yes, he's the D&D nerd, but the fact that like he legit actually falls in love with Lanessia, or just the simple fact that, do you understand that there's a lot of stuff that I have to deal with when writing for Konosuba? Like, here's the thing. Krusty's in a different world. Yes, he's kind of the god of Konosuba. Yes, but do you understand that I also have to write the fact that Krusty has literally been ripped away from the woman he's in love with? That she is pregnant, he knows that, and he's not able to be with her or be around his kids? How's that going to play? How do you want to write that? Are you ready to write that shit? Because he can't just nat 20 his way back into LHA, can he?
No, but I have some ways to. Ooh, I have some ideas.
Also, the voice actor for Krusty can't voice him anymore. Do you know who to cast for that? I have 5 existential crises I'm going through right now for one effing character. Please, tell me the one joke that's gonna magically solve all this shit. Oh, that's right. None of you even knew all this behind the scenes shit. And you're just like, hey, tell this joke. It'll be funny. Also, can you even imagine the fucking existential crisis hanging over somebody trying to abridge Kono fucking Suba? Here's the thing. I just want to get this out of the way real quick for the person who was fresh off the motherfucking boat on this. Hi, as the person who just recently watched Konosuba and loved it and enjoyed it
So much.
yeah.
Mhm.
Can you imagine?
I'm still getting through season 2.
Can you imagine abridging this and trying to stay true to it and the source and how beloved it fucking is, trying to stay true to it without pissing off the fan base and still trying to tell your own goddamn story?
Oof.
What's the point of abridging an already comical show?
Yes! You didn't
I think my hair blew backwards
You
a little
didn't
bit.
catch me at a bad. You didn't
Wow.
catch me at a bad time. You didn't catch me at a bad time. You caught me at an honest time.
Mm-hmm.
Rusty finds the path to the dragon with it. No, it's Krusty. There's a K.
Yeah, crusty.
He's not Rusty. He's Krusty.
Crusty.
Yeah,
Like bread.
There's
Mhm.
nothing rusty about that boy.
There's not. Fuck all y'all. Your ideas are stupid. With you shorts, I kind of picture Sundari Shield as Minu's sister in Shield Hero Abridged. I know. I saw that comment, Ryuma, and even commented on it. And I almost commented back that Shield and LHA are not connected in any way, but I didn't want to make that statement just in case Tony wanted to connect them in some way. Because at the moment, I didn't want to speak for Tony. But here's the thing. He hasn't approached me saying that Shield is part of the LHA universe, but no. While it may be something that you want to say in your headcanon, they are not. Also, stop calling him Menu. You've seen LHA 12. His name is Rimuru.
By the way, I need to go back and read the script for the Konosuba you got so far. 'cause
Oh.
I still have that. Yeah,
now that I
have-
got some
Did I
context
share the
to
full
everything.
script? Did I share the full script with you?
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
wow.
you did.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. I think it was
I-
like what?
Having
3
full
weeks
context
ago?
now, I need to reread it.
Speaking
Well,
of
it was a bit
reading
more than
stuff,
3 weeks.
I think I've caught up with all the Fat Dog updates and have done all that stuff enough already. I think
This is
what
only
we
30
I think
minutes.
we will our usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I think we've done
Unless
enough
we
at
want to
this
get
point.
into puns.
Yeah, no, this has like been the official stuff. Not us
Okay.
scooping off.
Now we have done what we need to do. It's time to get to reading. So, ladies and gentlemen of the congregation, Shem,
Thank you for
I was
waiting until I
kind-
put down my tea.
Yes, I purposefully made sure that you had put that down. Please
Yeah,
open your
thank you.
holy books of Remeruism to chapter motherfucking 4. Behind the curtain. Behind the curtain, uwu.
Ooh,
Ricky,
Pay
get
no
out
attention
from-
to the man behind the curtain.
the Wizard of Owls.
Show us the curtain.
Uwu.
It's time for the
Yeah.
curtain call, boys. Are
Does
you
the
ready?
carpet match the curtain?
The drapes.
The carpet
Just saying
matches
right
the
now it
drapes,
does.
not the curtain. Mother Hubbard.
Mm.
Mother,
Mother.
Yeah.
Uwu.
mother, pray for me.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah.
want to die.
Well, too bad. Blah, blah,
Wish
blah,
I'd
blah,
never
blah.
been born at
Blah, blah,
all.
blah.
You will when you're ready for dark.
Never
for,
add an uwu
Never
voice
add an
option,
uwu
I
voice
beg you.
option, I beg you. About that.
About that.
Yeah,
Um,
Chibi
Walking the
Tales.
Woods.
Waking new woos.
Yeah.
Waking the womb.
Solid.
Also,
Oh.
tomorrow is
Oh.
Valen Slime's Day. Hey, Ryuma.
Yes, that's true.
No, it's not. It's my mom's birthday. So yeah,
Hmm.
shut up. Kind of like,
Happy birthday,
kind of like it's
Sizzla.
not, kind of like it's not 9/11. It's
ol'
Bethany's
Semino.
birthday. So yeah, shut up. Anyway.
Choo, Mrs. Robinson.
Go
Oh,
go
boy.
Power Rangers. Ooh woo 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 woo.
Master Ball.
Yeah, we all had the
Pterodactyl.
same
Hawaiian
idea.
assault.
Yeah.
We
All right,
all
there we
knew
go.
it.
So
Now we're in sync, so.
A needle pulling thread.
now that we have started, it is time.
We're behind the curtain.
Yes, indeed. It is time for Shim to take over. Take it away, Shim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Country road. Okay.
Shut up.
Glenda Atlee, the beautiful ex-mercenary, pulled the trigger with every intent to kill. The gun she had kept since she was summoned to this world didn't betray her. It was already a part of her body, to the point it would no longer even require maintenance. Combine that with her sniper unique skill, and there was nobody who could stop her. Sniper, as a skill, provided 3 abilities. One was magic sense, turned to a perception level far beyond the norm. One was compute prediction, letting her read and understand the results of people's actions, and the other was was called control space. This third ability, in particular, made Glenda practically superhuman, allowing her to connect any 2 points in space that she could picture in her mind. Anything she had physical sight of was within gunshot range for her. She could shoot from directly above the heads of her targets, and she was free to ignore any obstacles in her way as she landed a bullet home.
Dude, for a
She could
second,
also
I thought
ignore
you were
all
gonna
gravity
say-
and
For a second,
up?
I thought you were gonna say control smell, and I was like, wait, what?
control smell. I mean, that would be pretty
Oh, you smell like
useful to
flowers.
have,
I haven't showered in
especially
3
with all the
weeks.
beast men.
You gotta sniff out the target, man.
So let me
Yeah.
get this straight. She could just project a bullet above their heads and just always go for the headshot.
I mean,
That
as long as
sounds
there's space, it
familiar.
sounds like.
Boom.
That sounds like
Headshot.
something from Titanfall. Smart pistol.
Mm.
Or soon to be Destiny.
Mm.
Because
Well,
we're getting
actually,
Are they
no,
gonna
Destiny
incorporate
has
something like that?
no
in
time
Lightfall.
for
In light, no.
something.
No. Hey, in Lightfall, one of the pistols that we're getting is basically the smart pistol from Titanfall 2.
Okay, that actually made me want to play the game again.
Yeah. We're
Maybe.
we're getting a pistol with homing shots.
That's good.
Oh my God.
I'm sad that
Homing about
Titanfall 3
Strand,
got
like,
canceled.
Mm.
So that actually would make me feel a
Canceled?
little better.
As if
Well,
Titanfall 3
canceled. It was never in development.
canceled. I'm
Or-
like, please, Titanfall 3, like they were really working on that. Come on.
Yeah. That's
That time
the more
I was
proper term.
reincarnated as a Texan. God damn it,
Hell yeah.
motherfucker.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Dude.
That'd be,
Alright,
oh,
boy.
that-
That
You tell me you want to kill this motherfucker
No,
right here?
no.
Let me tell you what.
I don't
that's
know
gonna-
why.
That's gonna be easier than anything.
I mean,
Demon Lord.
have you seen
What
those
do you mean there
girls'
be a
booties?
big demon lord? Sorry.
I
Look,
don't know why, but
if you
I
want
just
me to take
thought
care
of
of that
like,
demon lord. I can do it from about 50 yards away. I just gotta make sure I can see him.
You're
alright?
like,
Look, I
everything's
got my
bigger in
special
Texas.
skill
Have
here.
you seen their toast?
Want to do it? Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
I do like
the
Texas toast.
Texas
around here is
toast.
fantastic,
Denver
let me tell you
omelet.
what.
Mm.
Have some
what if you did a
breakfast.
tri-gun one shot? Bridge that probably stupid.
That. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Have the big tower talking to the Texan accent the whole time.
Stop trying to give me more work. Stop.
Oh no, I'm not saying. No,
Stop trying to give me work, you asshole.
Asshole.
I was first thought,
What?
oh, what if we
Now
just
I'm
made a
starting to-
Texan version?
Now I'm starting to try and now I'm starting to think that every season there's gonna be like that one anime. You should abridge this. Just do a seasonal abridge. It's like there's one
A one
anime, you
shot,
have to do
yeah.
that.
Oh God, that'd be a lot of work.
Yeah,
It's
no.
a ton of work.
At least
Yeah,
finish
and plus
one
you-
before you
Mm.
do a
Voices,
next one.
you gotta get the
Spy X
sounds,
abridged.
music.
Family.
Voices, gotta get the editing, the clipping, the
Who
rights
wants to
to
be-
do the stuff.
Who wants to be
Mhm.
Anya in Spy X Family abridged?
Oh yeah, but there's,
Wacko.
what about like buddy spies now?
Oh God. Oh,
That's like-
buddy
It's me,
daddies.
Buddy
Anya.
daddies, yeah.
That
Yeah.
time
You
Elon
got me
Musk-
to start watching that too now.
Dude, that
I
show
mean,
is
honestly,
so
if you're gonna
effing
do a
good.
Spy
I jumped in a
Family-
little bit on that stream actually. I didn't say anything, but I was like, I wonder what Richie's up to. Oh, that looks interesting.
Dude, yeah, I started yeah, that also reminds me, guys, if you haven't
That
4
time Elon
p.m.
Musk got reincarnated on Mars. Shut up.
Shh. Guys, another thing, I probably should promote this, and it's a shame while you guys are here, Thursday afternoons at 4 p.m. I am doing anime watch-alongs here on the Twitch channel. and that will not be saved as a VOD. It's not being recorded. So if you're not here to watch along with me, you miss out. It's just that simple. That's it. I'm not recording it. It's not going up on Patreon. It's just basically, if you're not here to watch the shows along live with me, I'm sorry that you miss out. But yeah, I'm not going to get in trouble for any kind of saving a VOD, any kind of that stuff.
Yeah, no, that's the big reason.
Yeah. That's basically it.
That's
so
very reasonable.
if you
It's
don't,
smart.
if you don't see it, sucks to be you.
You can still
looks
watch
like-
the actual episodes of the shows, but
And
I guess, well, I mean, it incentivizes people to come too. So,
also,
you know.
the other thing, we, for those of you who are patrons, we need more votes, motherfucker. We have 83 patrons, and there have only been 13 votes.
I was the first to vote.
There have only been 13 votes on what the new series is that I'm going to be watching, because there are 5 series that I have not, well, technically 4 series that I have not seen, but one that I kind of need to rewatch in order to get caught up on the first season, and I have not seen the movies, and I have not seen season 2, and it's Made in Abyss.
Also, once I finish Log Horizon, which is after Konosuba, I will also be accepting votes for the next series I will be watching. I have a whole ass list, and it cannot be up to me to decide. I need you motherfuckers to vote, please.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and Made in Abyss is on that list. We will be taking up a big ass poll. We'll have a poll, but we're probably gonna keep it at like we're gonna narrow it down to like maybe a top 10 at the most. At the most, it's gonna be a top 10, and we'll narrow it down from there. But yeah. And there's a bunch of stuff. Here's the thing: if there's gonna be a Gundam series, we're gonna start him off with. Then we're gonna narrow it down to at least just 2 Gundams. It's either gonna be, and it's probably gonna be the 2 most recent Gundams. It's either gonna be the first core for Witch from Mercury, which is really good. Jesus Christ, that's literally last season.
I've still only seen the prologue, so
yeah. Or it's gonna be Iron Blooded Orphans, which is also really good. Oh, whoa, raid!
We got a raid!
We got a raid!
Thank you, Citrus Overlord.
Citrus Overlord with a
for
7.
bringing those 7 people.
We appreciate it.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for the raid.
How kind of you.
Alrighty.
We greatly appreciate that.
Sneak attack! Oh no!
Raid show!
Wait, how did you not detect this?
No, there's a sneak
could you?
attack.
How do I
Oh,
keep
shoot,
forgetting about
man.
that?
How many? What level?
Yeah.
What level is this rogue, and how much damage are we taking?
Richie, what does the
let me get my
scouter say
20.
about their raid levels?
Oh man, it's
How much
it's
damage
over.
are you taking?
It's
Yes.
1006. Kick his ass,
Really?
Lava. Yeah.
Yeah, kick his ass.
Wait,
You're
I
in
had
the
the
citrus.
scouter
Come on,
upside
let's
down.
go.
I had the scouter
get
upside
Charlie
down.
and I. Come on.
It's over
Grab your
9,000.
dukes.
Come on.
Brah.
Because it's still not a problem. For me!
But
Never
what's
seen
your
anything
power
like
level,
that.
little Citrus?
Alpha
7.
Zero.
But if
Dude,
he's
Gundam is
serious,
fucking
I
phenomenal.
mean,
All right,
really,
anyways.
seriously sorry.
No. We've got to...
There's nothing we could do.
Guys, we've got to get back to the book, though. It
But
doesn't
Goku,
pin that
he
way. It
murdered
doesn't
all
pin
our
that way. No, it
friends.
does.
I have to do this real quick.
Shit.
Can I get a shout out from my friend Citrus? Yes. Hi.
Yeah.
Yes,
Citrus
yes,
Overlord,
you can
thank you so
absolutely
much for
get
the
a
raid.
you can absolutely get a shout out from your friend Citrus. What voice would you like?
Yes, you have power, Shadow Prince. Choose a voice, and one of us will mimic it.
Oh, you have to choose who you want to
More
do
than
the voice
likely, it's
to.
probably Richie.
Would you like it to be Lord Menu of
Or perhaps she'd like Hank Hill.
Or maybe you'd
Happy
like
from
it.
the valley.
Or maybe you threw me out of the voice, you ass.
Well, you got.
Or
Hey, you already
maybe-
put
Hey,
the voice
they
already.
asked for Palpy.
Yeah, they want
They asked for
Palpy.
Palpy.
Oh god. Or
Ah,
maybe
okay.
you'd like it to be Goofy.
We do have.
Yo.
Wait,
Now just hang
What
on a dang
Shem
minute.
voice
The
does
man
Shem have
already
besides
chose what he
Zoe?
wanted.
Well, he didn't hear
The
all
peop-
the options,
people
you
have
motherfucker. Oh, I'm
The
sorry,
people
you
have
mother
spoken.
yucker.
Well, look, sometimes people don't know the choices they have, and they have to deal with that consequence.
You know, I blame it all on Pete. And probably Donald.
Piece of shit,
Because he
Pete.
doesn't
You
know
know,
how to heal.
that's a fair assessment, all right?
I had to.
Listen,
I was.
Members of the Senate.
I resubmitted the voiceover panel. That was the panel I resubmitted for AWA. I
that's the best one.
I filed for 2
Mhm.
hours this time, and they were like, "Can we have an example?" And I was like, "Yes, yes,
There
you
you
can."
go.
And
You
because
have
we
the
recorded,
footage.
because we recorded the
Yeah.
audio from the previous panel, I sent them the recording of the audience recording, the last
Oh,
one,
dude, I
the
had
last
videos.
one,
You could have asked.
the last audio recording of them, and I sent that. But I did re-listen to us doing it.
Mm.
That was great, dude. I
It
laughed so
was
much.
so-
All right, go ahead,
I've
Palpy.
watched it like 5 times.
Go ahead,
I'm reading a
Palpy.
paragraph, right?
You
No,
you don't have to
all you're
read
doing
a
is-
paragraph.
You
Oh.
just need to shout out to the guy who rated us, Citrus Overlord.
I must make amends to my friend, Shadow Prince
amends.
VT. We
Hmm.
have a very special guest tonight. Yes. I'm making sure. So, is it to Shadow Prince specifically or to Citrus?
It's
Well,
Citrus.
hello
Citrus
there,
Overlord
Citrus.
is the guy who rated.
Congratulations on your
Okay.
1-year anniversary of your
Yours.
VTuber debut. That's freaking
Uh,
awesome.
Oh,
And
that's
I have
great!
no
Congratulations, Citrus! It's
There
great to
you go.
see you here.
Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper.
I-
Yes.
I have no idea how you can be an overlord of Citrus, but thank you so much for showing up regardless.
Yes,
Maybe you'd
thank
like
you. And
to
thank
try
you
some
so much for
China.
your propane, Hank. I really do appreciate you coming out here to fix my barbecue for me.
Well, no problem, Senator. Thank you very
No,
much. Just
no.
get
Emperor.
back to me when you fill out that bill for me.
No, you've got it all wrong. He's not a senator. He is the Senate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
See?
Oh, excuse
Oh, wait,
me.
no.
I'm just your humble.
I know.
It's
I
okay.
know.
It's okay. I've
He's
had
just
people
your-
get that
he's
mistake.
just-
It's
he's-
look,
he's
we're in the
just
middle of
your-
the Bad Batch season right now. It's a new thing for a lot of people. I'm not going to give you too much shit for it.
I know. You just gotta roll with it, Palpy. He's just your
It's
humble.
okay.
He's just your humble adult store owner. You know, he sells propane and propane
Mhm.
accessories like
Now,
anybody that
hold
works
on.
in an adult
Yes.
I
dungeon.
sell proton and proton.
Proton.
accessories.
No.
Oh,
there you go, yeah.
No.
Mm.
Propane and propane accessories. We know you
Hey,
work
look,
in a
he's
sex.
the
We're
only
going Star
propane
Wars.
seller
We
in
need
the
to keep
galaxy,
it
all right?
clean here.
No. He works in a sex dungeon. Propane and propane accessories.
Damn it, menu.
It's okay, Menu. He's the only propane or protein / proton salesman.
Protein?
protein
Protein.
salesman.
Protein.
He does-
That's it.
No, dude.
Proton plus propane.
Hey,
Protein.
No, if when Hank Hill works, no. When Hank Hill
Bobby.
works at a sperm bank, I only know I sell protein and protein accessories.
No. Richie,
Oh,
if we're gonna go
Now,
that
thank
route.
you so much for offering your seed here. We'll make sure it goes to good use.
Hold
Now,
on.
would you like
Oh.
some protein to recover from
All right,
what you just had
guys,
experienced?
guys, we've
Oh my
got to
God.
get back to
Real
it. Guys, we've got to get back to the
I want to make a
actual
joke
book.
about him selling cocaine and cocaine accessories.
No!
I've been holding that joke in for so long. You have no idea.
King of the moisture farming hill? Wait,
let me
wait.
tell you.
No, God.
I
There's
If,
got
lots
some
of
wonderful-
cocaine in here, okay?
Oh,
if
God.
Hank Hill was on Tatooine, King of the moisture farming hill.
Yeah, he was there selling them propane for their engines. What are you
Stuffing
talking about,
diapers.
Menu?
All of us. Yeah.
All right.
Now, let me tell
So
you.
All right,
the only
I
safe
got
one
guys.
here.
wonderful droids right here. And
Guys.
you can buy them. You got this gold one.
He's
Okay.
powered by propane.
I'm going to server mute you guys if you don't let Shim read.
All right.
I'm just along for the ride. I was gonna do a
We
Bobby
have fun.
impression.
Oh no!
Yeah, go ahead.
No! No,
Damn
because
it,
we
Bobby.
have a certain amount of time and we have
sorry.
to read this chapter.
I'm
haven't
sorry.
We haven't even gotten one page through.
Can I just get one
Oh,
sentence?
shit.
Go for
Okay,
it.
fine.
But Dad, this isn't flour. I ate the whole
damn
bag. But Dad,
Damn it, Bobby. Now I gotta
We've
go
full-
back to the
we've been
store. Let
fully
me
Oh,
take a
that's
run off and I'll be back in a bit.
Citrus,
Sorry about
Yep.
this, Hank. Sorry about
Yep.
that, Hank.
Shadow
I'm sorry I have
Prince,
to deal with you.
Shadow Prince,
Well, thank you.
Citrus. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was worth your while.
I bet it was.
Guys, thank you so much for the raid, and Citrus, congratulations. Thank you guys so much.
Big congrats.
Really, really appreciate it.
Congratulations to the Senator
This
Citrus. Bleh.
The senator chief.
see what
The
you got.
Senator
See what you got.
Citrus.
You broke Palpy.
I said, and then my brain's like, "What was the other half?" I'm like, "No, you gotta like, what
No,
happened?"
that's on brand. You can't words. That's on brand.
I
Yeah.
can't word very well.
Oh,
Yeah.
use
If I
the
actually
force
like-
to heal my
It's
broken
okay.
heart.
Hey, whenever I,
with
eventually
you-
do voice
with
with
you-
Palpy, it's for bloopers.
With you, Gabon becomes gay band. So I mean, like that's on
Gay
brand.
band.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm
Yeah.
also flubbing it because I've seen Bad Batch in that scene with him, and I'm trying to also mimic that tone. I probably shouldn't be, admittedly.
No.
I need to be doing the goofy Palpatine.
Yeah.
I need to
Palpy
go
from the
back to
Valley.
Robot Chicken
Palpy from the
Palpatine.
Valley is what you got to do. Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's get back to it, Shim. We have wasted so much of your time, so
No
we're gonna go
problem.
10 minutes over what would normally
All right,
happen.
that's
because-
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll
let's
pick up.
let's go.
Okay.
Ew.
Anything she had physical sight of was within gunshot range for her, so she could shoot from directly above the heads of her targets.
Including
And she was free to ignore any obstacles in her way as she landed a bullet home. She could also ignore all gravity and air resistance, making long-range shots impossible without a sniper rifle. Excuse me. Put this all together, and Glenda had never failed a mission, but after her last blunder, she came to realize that there was always someone better out there. That was doomed. A monster like that's too much for me. The moment she saw him, Glenda realized how dangerous this opponent was. That man, Diablo, was impervious to her handgun. It wasn't a matter of physical attacks not working. Glenda had two types of bullets, a normal one and a magic-infused set. The first type was for when she couldn't leave any magical traces behind, but for monsters with physical resistance, Glenda concentrated her own magical force in a bullet form, an original magic skill of hers. She treasured the ability to handle anything that came her way, so Glenda truly had no blind spots. But Diablo didn't work that way. Her instincts warned her to run from him, her compute prediction skill foreseeing nothing but her death. Even with her standard breaking strengths, she could see no possible path to victory, a hard lesson in reality for her to take that day. And now Glenda had stretched her magic sense skills to their limits to carry out an assassination. The bullet she fired appeared just a foot or so away from her target. Now, in the blink of an eye, it demolished his head, or it should have. That 18-inch or so gap was very carefully selected. When connecting 2 points in space, the connection would fail if the destination point overlapped with a certain amount of mass. In other words, if the target unexpectedly moved, the connection Glenda built might cut out. That's why she settled on 18 inches. Even someone with godly reflexes couldn't respond quickly enough to something that close, especially a bullet traveling at at the speed of sound. That monster is one thing, but the prince of a kingdom is no sweat. Well, no point in crying about it. I'll have to come up with a strategy for the next time I see him. She was much more confident about today's mission, but at the next moment, her face filled with surprise and foreboding. The bullet that was supposed to shatter the prince's head had vanished. No! What just happened? The unthinkable had occurred, something impossible under any normal circumstances. She didn't know why it took place, but if someone had done something, it had to be that demon lord. Him! That devil bastard's boss! Did I underestimate him, too? That was Glenda's initial reaction. For a moment, she thought about firing again. Her perfect ambush had just failed. So any further attempt had even less of a chance. She knew that, but it meant that she'd fail her mission. Her bosses, Maribel and the elder Granville, would never allow that. It made her hesitate, and thus she failed to escape soon enough. I would say so. You did underestimate Sir Rimuru, and I have no interest in forgiving you for that. Who are you? My name is Soe, faithful covert agent of the Demon Lord Rimuru. Glenda was
Yay.
shocked, but quickly... Yeah.
It's so.
But quickly... Yep, it's been a while. But quickly, she resigned herself. The man didn't ask her name in return. Not because he didn't care about her, she thought, but because Zack could wait until he captured and interrogated her. If she could just get away, she could keep what she knew concealed. The assassination failed, and being captured afterward would be an even worse fate. Any further mistakes and she'd be disposed of as useless. Glenna had seen many of her compatriots walk that road, and to her, getting away was job number one right now. She squared up against her foe. So you were expecting an attack? Yes. Everything was worked out in Sir Rimuru's mind. If you want to resist, go right ahead. I have no interest in killing you, but the more you resist, the more painful this will be for you. Ha! How kind of you. In that case, I'll do what I want here, thank you. Without hesitation, Glenda fired instead of waiting for a response. This was a single regular bullet. She had 16 left, but she doubted they'd work against the Magicborn who called themselves Soe. A magic bullet would, probably, but instead, Glenda took out her military knife, slashing at Soe with a refined, well-honed motion. Soe dodged it with the minimum movement required. Glenda smiled at this. The knife was infused with her magical force, making it both a physical and magical weapon. She did this when facing foes where physical attack wouldn't be enough, and Soe just revealed that he saw it as a threat. Plus, Glenda had noticed another habit of Soe's. This guy's the type who hates extraneous motion. He may be more susceptible to simpler methods. Let's see how comfortable he'll be in a moment. She unleashed another attack, knife in her right hand, gun in her left. Unhesitant, she repeatedly pulled the trigger, gauging Soe's response. As she predicted, there was no reaction. He must have known they'd have no effect on him, but he kept his guard up, staying on alert for her knife. Not bad. Maybe the strongest opponent I've ever had. Diablo didn't count in Glenda's mind. Foes she never had a chance against weren't tabulated in her records. Soe's left finger or pointer finger moved. Glenda didn't miss it, sensing the danger and instantly performing a backward somersault to dodge. There was now a sizable distance between them, and that was the right move for her to make, because in the next instant, an ultra-thin wire advanced upon her original position. Oh, you have good instincts. Well, thank you. You're not so bad either. The light exchange was punctuated by a gunshot from Glenda. It wasn't a threat to Soe. He went straight at her, not bothering to evade. So simple. I'm glad to have opponents like these. They're so easy to deal with. Magic bullets didn't require any firing. They could be shot without a sound. So she mixed one in with her regular bullets. Now that her attack pattern was established, she'd strike with her real attack while his guard was down. That was Glenda's standard strategy. Take a seemingly wasted shot and turn it into an instant kill. Even if you were expecting it, it'd be tricky to dodge it out of the blue. And Soe demonstrated the same reactions all the other Titans she defeated before did. He took the bullet in the right shoulder and was sent flying back. So much for you, handsome man. Rama fell for the same trick. The more confident you are, the more effective a simple move like that becomes. Glenda laughed loudly, but her eyes were still alert, surveying the damage to Soe. Going easy after felling your prey was out of the question. That was the ironclad rule of the battlefield, and Glenda would never relax without checking her foe for a pulse. Besides, she didn't think she killed him with a single shot anyway. I see. More of a handful than I thought. Being a sore loser now? Well, sorry. If you've seen my face, my choice is to take you out. Soe, back on his feet, had lost his right arm. The fight seemed to be Glenda's to win. That's why she was more careful than ever. She pointed her gun forward. Magic bullets work on him, and now, with my next move, I'll blow his brains out. Launching her sniper unique skill, Glenda cautiously steadied her aim. Heh, don't worry. I've been asked to capture you. I imagine Sir Rimuru wants information from you, but he's a gentle person. Cooperate with him and you won't be killed. Don't lecture me like that now! With a shout, Glenda fired 3 bullets toward his head, 2 towards his heart. 5 magic bullets whizzing straight to their targets, then the first 3 made the leap in space, reappearing in front, above, and to the right side of his head. The other 2 quickly followed, materializing before his heart and at an angle behind it. All 5 bullets hit home, shattering Soe's body. These warp shots were Glenda's piece de resistance. Magically created bullets, unlike their regular counterparts, could disrupt and scatter magicules. Even if he could regenerate his body, those shots made it impossible. No matter what your skills were, a sword or a spear, being targeted by supersonic bullets from all directions will be impossible for even the greatest of masters to handle. Based on her past experiences, huh?
Okay. I wanted to clarify something really quickly because you were actually pretty close. I just wanted to clarify for everyone really quickly because I understand French is not exactly everybody's
Piece de resistance.
milieu. You were pretty close. I've heard it. I don't know if it's pièce de résistance, but I've heard it also pronounced piece, but I've heard it pronounced pièce de
Resistance.
Oh.
yeah, pièce
Something
de
like that.
résistance. Yeah,
Piece de
pièce de
resistance.
résistance. So you had it really close. So good job. Yeah.
Thanks. Let's see. Based on her past experiences, Glenda knew full well what she was capable of. That was the secret to her continued survival, and that was why she now checked to be sure Soe was dead. His body was, in fact, collapsing into black smoke in front of her eyes. She breathed a sigh of relief, since the moment she caught sight of him, a dark anxiety had been smoldering in her heart. It wasn't as vivid as it was with Diablo, but her instincts told her this was a dangerous foe. It's over. You were a tough one. I didn't have any capacity to go easy on you. Glenda was so relieved that the words just fell out of her, but that relief came just a bit too early. Suddenly behind her, she heard a voice that couldn't possibly be there. Nothing personnel, kid. Sorry.
No,
really?
that's
No,
you
he-
again. That's you again,
Yeah.
Zoe.
Yeah, I know. Oh, really? In that case, why not give up and let me capture you? She reflexively leaped out of the way, turning around in a panic. She saw Soe himself standing there. That's crazy! Did you die just now? You're the crazy one. You think that was enough to kill me? I have no reason to lose to you anyway. Then I'll just do it one more time. What? Glenda froze. Anyone would. Unbelievably to her, she now sensed Soe's presence on all sides of her. She immediately activated magic sense, but it just revealed the very truth she didn't want to know. It can't be. Why are all these physical bodies? That's ridiculous.
Okay.
What kind of joke is this?
Hold on.
It's simple.
So it's
Hmm.
like, why are all these physical bodies?
Oh, okay.
It's
She thinks that they were magical.
Like
Okay.
at first she thought they were magical, and then she used magic sense, and she realized, oh, it's not an illusion. These are all physical bodies.
It's all of them. Yeah.
It's
Like, you can almost imagine.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
oh shit,
yeah.
what the fuck? Yeah.
Like you can almost
oh,
imagine
God.
her like actually
Yeah.
walking up and touching one of them, and be like, "How can I touch this? What is go? Why?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you the real one?"
Fuck. Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It can't be. Why are all these physical bodies? That's ridiculous. What kind of joke is this? It's simple. I have a skill known as replication. That is all. And while my replications aren't as powerful as my true self, you should be proud that you defeated at least one of them. Soe, or at least one of the four
You
Soes in the room,
smug
offered
prick.
Glenda. Yeah, he has to look at his like trimmed and cut nails. Like, yeah, it's no big deal.
So I
Offered
just
Glenda
tells
his
her, it's
sincere-
like,
it's like
it's
it's like
simple.
you may have killed one of my replications, but when you really look at it, it's a paper cut.
I just imagine Soe just
Yeah,
tells
just
her,
like,
it's simple.
mm.
My Lord Rimuru showed me the show. It was called
a little
Naruto.
a little Neosporin, a little Band-Aid. I'll be okay.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd
That'd
be
be
alright.
Some
Yeah.
All I
Shadow
gotta
Clone
do is use
Jutsu.
one of these
Yeah.
potions that Rimuru gave me. Just saying.
Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
It works wonders for the skin.
Yeah. Yeah. Soe, or at least one of the four Soes in the room, offered Glenda his sincere compliments, but now escape was possible. God damn it! With a barbaric scream, Glenda lunged at Soe, and at that moment, her desperate last stand began.
I think that's a
On
typo.
a balcony.
Escape.
Oh, wait.
But now escape was impossible. I think that was a typo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
wasn't.
that was a
Either
typo.
way, it's
Or
yeah.
wasn't possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way.
Mm.
On a balcony. Yeah. On a balcony overlooking a garden blooming with flowers, a girl, a boy, and an old man sat at a round table facing one another. It was Maribel, Yuki, and Johan. We messed up. We botched it, Maribel said quietly. Despite that, she didn't seem too affected. She had predicted this, and in a way, it was part of the plan. What a disaster for Gabon, though. After all the devotion he had for you.
You mean Gay Band?
Johan seen. Oh yeah, I forgot. Gabrand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben.
Every time I hear that, well, I think of like Gabe Newell.
Bond.
the Gabe
Anyway.
Band.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
that's exactly what I
Right.
thought.
No,
Yeah.
guys, we'll move
After
on.
all,
Sorry. I just
Yeah.
derailed. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. After all the devotion he had for you, Johann, seated in front of Maribel, was holding a glass of wine as he lamented the Count's fate. He may not have felt that strongly for him, but even he had just a twinge of sympathy for the man. Gabon, after all, was one of the 5 elders, just like Johann. Or maybe was, by now. His fall was already in progress. Gabon was incompetent. All that time he spent living in Inglacia, did he develop a love for its king, perhaps? He would certainly have brought them under his control faster otherwise. Don't be silly. Not even we in the Rozos have reached into the central core of Inglacia yet. Gabon couldn't... No, you're wrong. It's easy to seize the core. Just kill them all and leave a single infant remaining, and if that infant shares a blood lineage with Gabon, all the better. Well, yes, if you put it that way, but to Maribel and all the blood-stained history she knew, this wasn't that radical an approach. In fact, she thought it was the peaceful way. It kept the body count low. But Johann wanted to explain to her that Inglacia security wasn't about to just let that happen. It was an easy thing to envision, less so to act upon. But I'm interested in those magical inquisitors. Those unusual-looking people who serve the king? Yes, impudent, aren't they? So impudent. They must have built up their military to oppose the Rozos. What do you think of them? They're strong, I suppose. Gabon told me as much after he experienced them for himself. Maribel was able to share information with those under her avarice rule to a certain extent. Anything her target learned, Maribel could tap into as well. Thus, she now used Gabon as a throwaway pawn. She wanted to learn about those Inquisitors, so she had him engineer a crime so heinous they'd have to step up. All that foolishness aimed at the Demon Lord Rimuru was perfect for that. And considering Count Gabon was Inglesian nobility, the Magic Inquisitors were bound to come knocking. She saw all of that, and just as she hoped for, she now knew the secrets behind the Inquisitors. In fact, they weren't anything too deep, just people infused with enough monster force to become Magic-born. They hadn't worked and trained themselves to perfection like the Magic-born Raisin of Old Farmus.
Rosin.
To Maribel, was Rosin, right?
Yeah, it's Rosin.
Yeah, not Raisin. Yeah, Magic-born Rosin of Old Farmus. That's right. To Maribel, these Inquisitors, bereft of sentience, a side effect of their bodies rejecting the monster elements injected into them, were just uninteresting toys. But they regained that sentience when not in magical or magic-born form, so depending on what you implanted in them, they could work in a variety of environments. Their strength, each over aid by themselves, was nothing to sniff at either. As she saw, they could be useful enough. How fearsome. So you approved of Gabon's scheme, even though you knew it would fail, just so you could learn that. No, my goal was to help build up your trust. Now the Demon Lord Rimuru sees you as trustworthy. Do you mean? No, he didn't need to ask. He understood it well enough. Her goal from the start was to eliminate Rimuru. The Magical Inquisitors were just a nice bonus. Maribel wanted Johann to tell her about Rimuru's internal dealings. And if I don't give that to her, I'll be snuffed out as quickly as Gabon was. He didn't think he was as incompetent as Gabon, but nonetheless, Johann felt an inscrutable sort of fear toward Maribel. You must be kidding. Here I am, one of the 5 elders, and this little girl is bossing me around. He may have thought that, but he would never dare say it. So he decided to return to their main subject. What do you think about pitting these Inquisitors against the Demon Lord? Pin some manner of crime on Rimuru? We can't. We just can't. All it do is anger the Demon Lord. Yes, the Magical Inquisitors are strong, but that's it. Nothing at all that could hold its own against a Demon Lord. It's silly even to consider it. That much so. So wouldn't teaming up with the Demon Lord be our best bet then? Maribel shook her head. That won't work. It won't work at all. Besides, apart from Grandfather, every single one of you are suffering under a serious misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Yes. Yes, exactly. The misunderstanding that humans are equal to monsters. Do you understand why I proposed to Grandfather that we eliminated the Demon Lord? Because he's building a new economic bloc that will eventually become a financial threat to us? Right, but that's just our cover story. The real reason is because, in time, we'll be helpless against him. Maribel, this little girl, struck fear in Johann's heart, and now this girl was looking fearful herself as she spoke. How do you mean by that? Johann asked, pressing her to continue. The Demon Lord Rimuru possesses a staggering amount of war power. With that backing him up, what do you think would happen if he decided to negotiate with someone? That... Only then did Johann stumble upon the true danger. In this world, wars between nations almost never took place. They needed to save their fighting ability for the monsters who threatened them. The council stepped in to handle cross-border issues, and that inevitably meant those with the most economic strength were able to speak the loudest. Even when the largest of states, such as Inglacia and the former Farmus, didn't have enough of a military to make enemies out of every council member. And you realize that their military is not their only asset either, right? Being bound by rules is the same thing as losing your freedom. But if you can create the rules yourself, you don't have to lose anything. Do you see? Tempest might follow the council's rules at first, but after that, nobody could say. And if Tempest decided to spread its own values to the Western nations, soon the entire region would have to take orders from them. The Demon Lord's rule would be complete, a totally peaceful coup. He could threaten them with warfare, he could apply economic pressure, but either way, the stronger nation would always gain the power to punish others. It's funny. So very funny. And as time passes, there will come an era where everything will need to go through the Demon Lord. And if that happened, even Johann knew where it led. But doesn't the Demon Lord seek to coexist with... Maribel stopped Johann with her cold eyes. It's stupid. So stupid. Not just you, but the entire council. They're all idiots. So she took pains to explain matters in a way Johann could understand. Essentially, things may be fine now, but the future was an unknown. If humankind, after forgetting about the threat of the storm dragon, ever did anything to cross Rimuru, I don't know what the lifespan of a demon lord is, but humans are such short-lived animals. If we don't stop the this is our thing. If we don't stop the demon lord's ambitions right here, the Rozo's one fervent desire is as good as scuttled. A demon lord could
Stop.
always change his stripes, and sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry to say this, but the demon lord,
Mhm.
but with this demon lord in particular, bitch, the
Mhm.
Rozo's plans were scuttled like the moment.
Like,
while ago.
several books
As soon as
ago.
he came into being.
All right,
Mhm.
I hate to tell you,
Richie, let me ask you this:
The
at
Demon
what
Lord-
point of these stories
Here's
can
the
you
thing, here's
determine
the-
when this plan was destroyed?
At what
the
point
exact
can I
moment.
determine? At what point
Can
I
you determine at what point in these volumes, all of the ones we've read, that the Rosa's plans was just destroyed?
Volume 4,
Ah, okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
specifically Volume 4. It was the
Specifically,
moment.
volume 4,
it was
page
the moment.
187.
It was the moment that the. It was the
Mhm.
moment that the Rozos through Yuki. It was the moment that the Rozos through Yuki told him, and through their connections with Pharmas, sent them after Tempest, and had Yuki send Hinata after Rimuru, and had
Mhm.
and through their connections sent Clayman after Rimuru. It was the moment that they set all those plans in motion to go after that.
Mhm.
Mm.
So it was already dead a long time ago.
The Rozos were
Good.
kind of sort of pulling those strings, but, and here's the funny thing, somebody else was also pulling the Rozo strings, and we haven't even covered that yet.
Mm.
Oh, this is
So
too
there's
hard to
also
ask.
The
there's
puppets had
also
puppet strings
there's
themselves.
also another puppeteer behind that, and that's what's going to lead us to the next thing, which is
Mhm.
so fucking fun. You think we finally found the big boss, but wait,
Nope.
there's more.
There's more.
Yeah,
It's literally, Naruto had been doing that shit.
But that donut hole has a donut hole within the other donut hole.
It's
And all that is inside of a croissant.
a croissant.
What's that Russian
quacksong.
doll when you
A quacksong.
pop one out? It was like a smaller.
Yep.
Oh,
Something like that,
you
but
mean
in
a Russian
reverse.
nesting doll?
Yes,
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, but
yeah.
in reverse.
A Matryoshka doll. Yeah.
A
There you
Matryoshka
go.
doll. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, not in reverse. Not in reverse. I'd actually say it's.
Well,
no.
instead of smaller, it's bigger.
like-
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty fairly. You got the big picture, and then you
Layer
get the next
upon
big
layer
picture, and then you
upon
get the
layer
next
upon
one, and the
layer
next
upon
one.
Yeah, but
and
you
then
know how they're
you
normally
finally get
smaller
the
and
final
smaller
ruler,
with
who
the
everyone's
actual
like,
doll?
"Oh, fuck that guy."
No. No. I think you had it right. I think you had it right the way you were saying. It's not in reverse. It's actually quite the same way, because an actual puppeteer
It's not
would
like a
hide.
bigger and bigger bed.
No, it's not a bigger and bigger bad. They would hide in a smaller and smaller way. So it's actually more accurate to say, yeah, the big
Okay,
bad.
I see where you're
the,
going with it. Then.
the big bad keeps themselves more well hidden.
Mm,
So
that's true.
sorry, please.
Yeah.
Actually,
All good.
no. Moon, it is actually your turn, but we have to find a good stopping place.
Mm.
So shit. Yeah, you're gonna have to keep going for just a little bit longer, buddy. Because
He already shut his voice off, though.
Huh?
We don't
No,
have
he didn't.
what?
We don't have a
Shem
good
already shut
stopping-
off his voice, though.
No, he didn't.
What?
He can't turn it back. Okay. I'm
fine.
fucking around.
You're
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, we've interrupted
can't
him
turn it
so
back
long.
on.
He gets to keep
All right.
going to the next stopping place, and then Moon, you'll take
Yeah.
over. All right,
It's-
go.
Okay. You see, that's why ideas like partnering with a demon lord or taking advantage of a demon lord, they're all wrong, down to the very roots. None of them would ever work. Johann was silenced. Then, like the final nail in the coffin, one of her blood shadow troops chose that moment to make a magical call on her, or call to her. He was reporting on Glenda's defeat. No, they captured Glenda? Johann looked shocked. Is that true? Not even Maribel could hide her surprise.
You goddamn
Glenda's
right.
wariness was always commendable. What's up?
You goddamn right.
You're
Yeah.
goddamn right.
Yeah, just
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
no matter the danger involved, she always made it home alive. Maribel trusted her, not her personality, but that animal-like craving for her life. I can't believe it. That clever, conniving vixen. Glenda was one of the standout results from the Rozo family's secret summonings program. An otherworlder forced by their spell to remain faithful to them. Her strength was well known by now, and the family treated her like a full-fledged tactical weapon. The idea of her being defeated and captured was beyond belief for Johann. Elder or not, he was a normal human, and unlike Granville or Maribel, he could only think about things in terms or in standard human terms. Maribel ignored his awestruck muttering as she pondered her options. Defeating him is out of the question. But if we can take rule over him, all our problems are gone. We'll have to do it. We'll set a trap, Maribel said. A trap? What are you intending to do? Yuki asked, breaking his silence. She turned to him. Right, a trap. Your people are going on a ruins expedition trip with the demon lord Rimuru, aren't you? We'll set a trap there. She wasn't asking for his opinion. That was a finalized plan, and it was set in stone. Right, Kagali's headed there, but I don't think that's such a good idea, you know? Why is that? Because the demon lord Millam's joining them, Yuki warned. It'll be too dangerous to hatch anything. In his opinion, they needed to win Rimuru's confidence first, then work out more of a long-term plan with him. But Marimel's mind was already made up. No, I can't have that. The more time we give him, the more trouble that demon lord will be. That's why my instincts are telling me. Yuki, is there a way that you can keep Millam from coming along? That's even less possible. He's already eyeing me. If I try putting a stop to it, it's basically admitting that I'm tricking them. Fair enough. Then let's bring down the demon lord Millam as well. Huh? Yuki asked, dazed. Yeah, that's ridiculous, Maribel. That's not just beyond reckless. It's beyond the realm of possibility. Johann stood up out of his seat. The reactions were perfectly understandable. Even crushing one demon lord required a careful, foolproof plan. But two at the same time, it was deliberately giving yourself no chance. But Maribel still smiled. I will put everything I have into it. Everything. Do you understand? It's still impossible, Yuki cried. You say everything, but my moderate gestures are all busy with their own work right now, and I don't know how useful they are, but if they're not available, I don't know how useful they are, but if they're not available, we'll proceed without them. Maribel shuddered Yuki's objections before he could finish stating them. To her, the gestures weren't worthy of consideration, or to be more accurate, she already knew a better force, a large one that could take on demon lords for her. But you know, Yuki, I had you supply a certain something from the dragon's nest for me before. I think it's high time we use it. Do you mean that? That's such a bad idea. Not even I can control it. Not a problem. It belonged to the demon lord Millam anyway. We're just returning it for her. Maybe we could say that Clayman was saving it as his last resort, and his surviving loyal troops set it off. Then Millam's rage won't be directed at us. If something goes wrong, it could cause untold damage to human areas Johann attempted to talk Maribel out of this, but was completely shut out. She might have been theoretically open to alternatives, but flat rejections would never grab her interest. And since Johann had no other suggestions, Maribel's strategy won the day. As Johann struggled against her, Yuki kept talking, trying to figure out her thought process. It made him realize this operation had a better chance of success than he thought. All right. In that case, Millam's likely to take it on herself. She'd stop Rimuru from doing so, for sure, and it'd be the perfect way to separate them, maybe. Very good. Very, very good. And while the demon lord Millam's playing around with it, we go in and take over Rimuru's mind? Yes, precisely. But, okay, well, okay. But I still got one worry. The Storm Dragon. Yep, you guessed it. If we fail to take over Rimuru and Veldor goes on a rampage, what are we going to do then? That or their target might fight back more than they expected, giving them no time to take over his mind.
If they fail to take over Rimuru's mind, I'd be more worried about fucking Rimuru.
Yeah, that's true.
Because here's the thing.
Fucked.
Once
You
again,
think you're trapped in? I'm trapped in here with you.
Once again, once
boy.
again, this dumb bitch is operating under false information that Rimuru purposely put out. She's like, we have to worry about the Storm Dragon. No, you dumb bitch. You have to worry about Rimuru, because it wasn't Veldora that killed that entire army. It was one little slime going on a temper tantrum.
Yep.
Slimy man.
And here's the thing.
Hold on.
Here's the thing. 20,000 soldiers died because a slime went on a temper tantrum.
Because a slime
A
used
justified
hockey.
one, though.
Yeah.
Would a
That's-
lower level
That's kind
weaponized
of the
noble
truth, though.
be
When
called
you
a
actually
tactical
think
dupe?
about it, a slime went on a temper tantrum and killed 20,000 humans.
How many did he
Yeah.
kill with just that one skill that just sucked out their souls because they were afraid?
My mind's telling me no.
But my body, my body,
Body's telling me
Oh.
yes. Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. That or their target might fight back. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Might fight back more than they expected. It's okay. Giving them no time to take over his mind. If it came to that, Yuki would have no choice but to kill Rimuru. He attempted to voice his concerns about that in a roundabout way, but apparently that was an acceptable consequence of her plans. No need to worry about that. No need at all, Yuki. Don't worry about a thing. Just focus on defeating the Demon Lord Rimuru.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, just fine. Just fight God. Don't worry about it. Yuki didn't defy her. In the end, he did what he was told. All right, if you say so, I'll believe in you. Maribel gave him a nod. Okay, well, thanks
So-
to what her
so we've
grandfather
already-
Granville.
We've already figured out where this is going.
Yep.
Maribel's gonna
Dude.
die this book, right?
We're just here
Yeah.
to sit
Yeah.
back and
Just
enjoy
gonna
we
it.
enjoy
could
it.
we could already
Yeah.
figure out we could already figure out that Maribel's not gonna live to volume 11, right?
No,
Like,
no,
she
no.
done fucked up.
She's dead.
Yeah, she
That's
don't
She's as
fuck.
good as dead.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Dead.
Yeah.
Thanks to what her grandfather Granville told her about demon lords, Maribel saw much deeper into the world than most. If Rimuru should fall, and Veldora the Storm Dragon flew into a rage, the demon lord Luminous would likely step in to handle it. Paradoxically, that would actually be better for her than Rimuru keeping up his current rule. He and Luminous had already... What's up?
This dumb
Oh.
idiot. Yeah, this stupid bitch. Whatever.
Yeah, just whatever, yeah.
Her-
He and Luminous
no.
had already joined... Oh,
Also,
Just-
when we get to volume 11,
Mhm.
this girl does not understand how much Luminous actually knows. Wait till we get to volume
Mhm.
11 and we get further into what Luminous actually knows, and then we get into volume 12 and we learn even more about what Luminous actually knows.
I know you have a second voice in your
it's been
head,
around for a
Rimuru.
long time.
Mm.
I know you can read my mind, boy.
I can't
Sorry.
wait. I can't wait till we get to the beginning of 12.
I love how you confirmed that too. I was just taking a pot shot, or
The-
at least you were nodding
No,
your
no,
head.
I can't wait till we get to the beginning of 12 because there's going to be like this meeting that happens and then it gets interrupted by Guy who's going like, "Okay, Rimuru, what the fuck?"
What did I do now?
Just slams
I
open
didn't
the
do
door.
anything.
he goes,
First of all,
Right?
he goes,
Did
he
I
goes,
do anything?
He goes,
Or was
I
that the
didn't
problem?
do anything. I didn't do anything. He's like, why did you name these motherfuckers? Starts pointing at all these.
Diablo, Ultima.
Yeah, he goes, why did you
That.
name these motherfuckers? What
I've got
motherfuckers?
4 reasons to be mad at you. Diablo, Ultima. I forgot
Carrera.
the other 2 names. Fuck.
Carrera. Here's the fun. All right, here's the funny
right
thing.
there.
Here's the funny thing. I just found out that Diablo in the movie actually fights another one of the primals. Now I have to see the fucking movie because he fights
Ooh,
Violet.
yeah, I gotta see
Hell
it.
yeah, let's go.
Noir fights Violet. I just found out about that and I'm like, oh motherfucker, I need to see
Oh,
this
hold on.
movie.
You could do that on your Thursday watch-along streams.
I
Nope.
can't right
I don't
now
think the
because it's
movies-
in the theaters.
Oh, I mean,
yeah,
like when it
I
comes
don't think
out.
the movies.
I love that.
Yeah.
Guy bursts in. Where's my motherfucker? I thought we were friends.
You already
Funny,
have it, Dave.
funny
I guess you could
story.
overwrite it.
Funny story. I think it's volume 14. I think it is. Guy
Nah,
busts
that's
in. Guy busts in, and goes, "Hey, Rimuru, I need a favor. Name my demons."
I've come to bargain.
he goes, name my 2 so he actually names his maids. He actually gives
You're the name giver, right?
Rimuru, I've come to bargain.
Yeah, Rimuru.
What
I've
is
come to
your
bar- Like
bargain?
literally, here's the thing. He actually names them to power them up. That's the
Oh,
favor.
gee, I just thought like a Vegeta doing that.
Yeah,
Slime, give me a name now.
yeah, it's kind of
Dick
great.
face. No.
Why you little?
Dick face
Starts
accepted.
choking Rimuru. I love that.
You
Why you little?
Yep.
Yeah.
Weak Goku.
All right. Anyway,
Weak Kakarot.
let's continue. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
All good.
But there's so much good shit in Slime. It's so
Weakerot.
good.
It is true. It is true.
I highly
Mm.
encourage you guys to read ahead. There's so much good shit.
Mm.
I know it's
oh,
great to discover new stuff, but man,
Tempting.
That would be, it wouldn't be that bad. It's just 113 more pages. Probably less than
Yes.
that by the
Yeah.
end of the night. But anyway, he and Luminous had already joined forces with he and Luminous had already joined forces, which essentially meant that Luminous left management of the Western nations to him. The Queen of Nightmares herself, someone who saw humankind as little more than vampire food, had let the 7 Days clergy do that before. But as shown in Granville's own fall, they were no more. He had lost Luminous's protection, and with that, the authority he had to influence the Western nations. From now on, Hinata the Saint would doubtlessly gain more political clout, and considering their relationship, the rising rule of the Demon Lord Rimuru would grow even firmer with her. No matter what, I've got to stop that. And as she secretly thought this, it didn't matter if she needed to expose the world to the threat of Eldora to do it. Maribel and Yuki spent the next little while fleshing out the details of their plan. By this point, there was no room left for Johann. All he could do was pray they succeeded. Thus, these Magic-born, packing as much malice as they could into their intricate plans, began to devise a way to suppress Rimuru for good.
here's the crazy
So they
stupid. Here's the crazy stupid thing that this dumb bitch Maribel doesn't understand. She is fucking with the wrong person, and not because it's Rimuru. She does not understand that if you take Rimuru off the board, the two people that Rimuru is holding back that actually are running the game that is this world will both get pissed and come for her.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's like,
She doesn't
what's that be
understand.
like?
She's sitting here like Rimuru will like Rimuru will overthrow our economic bloc. It's like, bitch, you don't even have 5 years.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't. No, you don't understand.
It's not even whole numbers at this point.
The two
Her days are
major
not numbered.
powers. The two major powers that actually are running this whole chess board right now have already been pushed into action just by the moves that Rimuru has inadvertently made that he doesn't realize. There's the Empire on one side, and there's Guy on the other. And they can no longer afford to just be the stalemate section anymore. And right now, if you throw anything out of balance, if you take Rimuru off the board, then you have fucked with Guy's side, and that means Guy is coming after you. And because you've tipped things out of balance, that means that Veldora is now in play, which means that if Veldora does anything that takes him out of the forest, the Empire is immediately moving in.
Yep.
There goes your
And,
economic block.
to
And
a
guess,
lesser-
and guess who's been
yeah.
fucking with you and pushing you and messing with you this whole time? Oh, could it possibly be the Empire?
Yep.
You've been dancing
Also
to somebody's
to-
shit. You're nothing more. She's like, oh, I'm the king. I'm the king. No, you're a bishop, maybe at best.
Yeah. Not
You
even.
didn't know the
You're
true
dance
extent of
in the
Rimuru.
pale moonlight.
Oh,
And to a lesser extent, Gazel would come after her as well, because Gazel likes Rimuru, so
Also, it's
But
not even
still-
just.
I wouldn't fuck with the Dwarven Kingdom
and
either.
here's the thing. And
Oh.
here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Hinata would.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the
Mila.
other thing. And here's the other thing.
And Vestia.
And here's the other thing. And here's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Milim would come after her.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the biggest one.
No doubt.
Mhm.
Guy would come after her. Milim would come after her. Ramirez would come
All
after
the
her.
ogre mages would go after her.
All the
Let's
no,
see.
it gets
Gupta would go after her.
oh,
Veldora
oh the
would probably
entirety.
go
after
Oh,
her.
the entirety of Tempest. All
Oh,
of
yeah.
The Beastmen too. The Beastmen.
No, Milim and her entire fucking kingdom
Yep.
would come at, and you got to understand Frey and the
Mhm.
Beastman kingdom of Urizania and
Or
her,
Demon Lords at one point.
all
Dwarven
yeah
Kingdom too.
the
And
their
the Elven
shit,
Kingdom.
their shit would come after them.
Mhm.
So it's insane. All right,
It's like
so
half
And the
the world.
Tengus.
and here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part.
Yep.
Hinata would
Yep.
come after them, and probably also with the blessing
Of Luminous.
of Luminous.
So I guess
Which means she would have made all-out enemies of the entire West while the Empire is coming for her.
so. I guess
On the
Time
imagine.
east.
reincarnated as a slime and died as a martyr and invokes
yeah.
national fucking warfare.
Yeah.
Imagine
So
the First World
Yep.
War.
there's
in
nowhere
this
to
case.
run to,
Cataclysmic.
nowhere to hide. She
What-
done
okay,
fucked up.
Cataclysmic wrath.
So it doesn't
from
matter.
several
It
nations
doesn't
on one
matter if she
person.
took out Rebrew or not. Her dreams were never gonna
Nope.
happen. It's
Well,
literally
let me-
just
let
don't
me-
mess with the slime that made friends.
let me-
with
I'm
the
trying to make-
world.
And Diablo 2 and all his forces.
Oh
Holy
Jesus!
shit.
yeah,
and
yeah.
Diablo. Oh, keep in mind.
Oh,
Keep in
God.
mind at this point in time. At this point
Mhm.
and at this point in time, Diablo has already recruited the ones that are coming.
On her, and it's the time I fucked up and dug a grave so deep I messed
so-
with several cataclysmic.
So now it's not just
Mm.
one primordial. It's
Mm.
4 and their lineage.
You know, part of me kind of wants that to happen just because I want to see just how far the grave she would be below the earth as like thousands upon trillions
She
of
was
fucking
about
the
primal
other side
forces.
of that
Guessing
point.
Leon will just shrug his shoulders and read a book. Here's the beautiful part. If you
Yep.
want to see what it's like to go to war with Tempest, with all that crazy like war power that they have,
It'd be like a world war.
Yeah.
you're gonna find out soon.
It'd be like being one of Thanos' grunts against all of the Avengers.
Because here's the
every
thing.
single
Here's
one,
the thing.
and all
We've
their
had
friends and
we've
everything.
had battles. We've had battles, and we're gonna have a couple more battles in the books coming up. But soon there's gonna be an actual war coming up, and it's gonna be on multi fronts.
Whore. Yep.
It's gonna be multi fronts, and it's gonna be 2 or 3 book. No, it's gonna be 3 books long, I believe. But it's gonna be an
That's a
actual
good chunk.
war. Somebody's gonna go to war with Tempest, and fuck, are they gonna regret it?
Let me ask this: would the
Though,
martyring of Rimuru?
To be fair, the only reason I'm classifying it as a war is because of the fact of the amount of personnel that is going up against Tempest. As one-sided as that fight was,
Conflict.
as one-sided as that conflict was, and how quickly it was over, I don't know if you could actually call that a war.
Maybe more like a massacre,
Jesus Christ!
a slaughter.
Cody!
Oh Lord, another raid!
Cody, thank you for the raid!
Thank you,
Thank you,
Cody.
Cody.
Hi, Cody. I was with him earlier before hopping on
Mhm.
here.
Thank you,
Hey, Cody. How you doing, buddy? Glad to see you hop on and raid us. I guess I get
Mhm.
taking it that you're done with Dying Light for the night.
Hi, Cody.
Raid
Shadow
Shadow
Legends.
Oh, DC voice, cool.
Hashtag not
Good.
Yeah, he was
on.
there over there as well.
Fantastic.
Wait a
Commentary.
second. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do that. All right. Well, first off, sir. First off, sir. If you're gonna do that, then we can't just.
Are we gonna
do?
let them do a voice or suggest a voice?
No. Cody,
No.
Cody, have I cast you in slime for something? I could have sworn I've cast you in slime.
Okay.
Cody.
Okay. Okay, so I was gonna ask my question earlier while you're doing that.
Yeah. Go for it.
Would the martyring of Rimuru, because I made the comparison to that of him doing that being equivalent to starting a world war in that world. Is he basically the martyring of Rimuru the equivalent of Edris Cavill, the martyr for World War One?
Of who?
I would.
Of Edris Cavill. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. The martyr who started World
You
War
are
One.
entirely wrong. Archduke Ferdinand died and started World War One.
Yeah, Archduke. I was gonna say.
That's who it was. Thank you.
Where the hell did you come up with
it
that
was
name?
Franz Ferdinand.
Dude,
Google.
I remember when Artoria Pendragon died and then started World War III. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Arthur Pendragon. Jesus.
Mhm.
Wait.
Sorry, it's just another name that sounded
I
cool.
mean, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What name did you say before?
Edrith
Artorian.
Cable or
Man,
something
it
like
really
that.
sounds like somebody
I-
could use.
I googled who was the
Somebody-
martyr for World War One.
He's
That's the name that popped
combined.
up.
Man,
That is
somebody
wrong.
sounds like they could really
Hold on.
use some of Nyanta's nibbles, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me look up the
Franz
exact.
Ferdinand.
Let me give you the
And then
exact
Fall Out
phrasing
Boy
I did.
invaded Poland.
All right,
Who
hold
was the
on.
Like
martyr
Franz
of the
Ferdinand
First
the
Hold
World
on,
War?
hold on,
That's
hold
what I
on,
put
hold
in
on.
there.
Guys, I have to read this because this is all right, Cody. I want you
That's
to
what I
know
put
that
in.
this is all your fault. Raid Shadow Legends, one of the biggest mobile role-playing games, and it's totally free. Currently, almost 10 million users have used Raid Shadow Legends over the last 6 months, and we have no fucking clue why. Maybe it's the bombardment of ads. Could be. Okay. The community
we
is
even got one
growing
from
fast
Kuga.
and the community is growing fast and the highly anticipated new Faction Wars feature is now live. It's easier to start now than ever. You're sick of hearing these ads everywhere? Then make sure to join the trend and make yourself an account right now. You're playing an EA game, so clearly you know how to shut up and give us your money while taking it up the butt. All right. Literally, I was the
I
ad.
want you to
Literally,
know-
I was the ad reader for that scene
I
in
know it didn't sound
LHA 12. So yeah, that was literally the ad read that we used in LHA 12. Hey, I did that. That's
anyways.
all for you, buddy.
Yes,
That's
Moon.
all for you, Cody. Love you. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
I want you to know
Cody!
you put in the wrong
Are
question.
you not in the slime
The
server?
Yes,
martyr.
Cody,
I believe it
thought you
was.
were in the slime server, buddy.
The martyr.
Martyr.
Cody,
Anyways,
I could have.
Yeah,
sworn-
while you-
a
while you-
martyr
while you're doing
is
that.
someone. A martyr is someone
Yeah,
who
you were
died
in
and
the
was
slime
executed
server.
and famous for that.
Yeah.
But that's not what started World War One. What started World War One was an assassination, not a martyr.
Yeah, it was
A martyr is someone
no,
who
no.
dies for
Oh,
a
yeah.
cause.
It was the
Yeah. No,
assassination.
you're right. You're right. It's
It
my
was
bad.
it was the assassination of Franz Ferdinand in Austria, right?
Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Austrian
I knew it was. Yeah.
Archduke.
I got
Yes.
confused. That was my mistake.
Yes.
All they know that
Cody,
because they're
In
one of my favorite
28,
bands.
1914.
Cody, hop
Yeah.
into light novels, reading voice chat in Slime real quick, so we
We
can
almost
thank
did the
you
thing that we
in
almost do in every
person.
stream.
Yeah.
He almost said the line that he does in every one of these streams. I'm not gonna say it I won't say it to the very end until he says it.
What?
In every stream, you say a certain phrase.
I don't know what you're
I've
talking
noticed this,
I don't know
but
what
I'm not
you're
gonna
talking
tell you what it is yet
I don't know what
because
you're
you're
talking
almost. All right. No,
I don't
you
either,
don't.
actually.
But it's shmish me.
I've already said
Oh.
that. I've already said that like 3
Yeah,
times.
Yeah.
that happens all the
Yeah.
time, man.
Yeah,
Did it?
yeah, I've
Well,
already
not
said
this
that.
stream.
Yes, I
It's just a
have.
natural phenomenon.
Shmish me.
Yeah.
Which means
Yeah, I've already said
Yeah.
shmish.
This
Yeah.
stream?
it was
Yes.
confirmed.
Yeah,
Super
dude.
did that shit up
Dude, I said it at the beginning,
That
bro.
phenomenon
Yeah.
already
It's a
Oh,
exists.
maybe I
phenomenon.
went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom.
Phenomenon.
You said- Okay.
Yeah, shmish.
You were peeing and you missed the
I was.
phenomenon.
I
European.
missed the shmish.
Phenomenal.
I missed the phenomenon.
It's European.
You were taking a
Phenomenal.
schmidt.
You were taking a schmidt.
Yeah.
Read,
Read slime chapters.
Beat.
We're
Rob's
trying
like, "Brain it."
chapters.
All
I
right.
was reading.
Like plural. Boy, are you just?
You're asking for a lot from us.
Aren't you
Why don't you
optimistic?
come in? Why don't you come in here and read something?
Boy, what an optimist you are. Chapters.
Schnoptimist.
Schnoptimist.
Yes.
No, we're waiting on Cody. We can't read anymore until Cody comes in and says hi to us. He has to come in and say hi to us.
Hang on, I'm gonna DM
If you
him.
don't mind.
If he,
I
no,
needed
I
money
mind.
because I
I mean,
had none.
we can't come in here until we have Cody. We need our.
We need Cody. I want to see my
Cody.
buddy Cody.
I mean, Shim might be able to do chapters given enough caffeine. Oh, he's already
This is
done
true.
it.
Either that or
this
you
is also
give it
true.
to me when I'm sober
Yay!
and going mode map.
Hey, Cody!
Yay!
Oh god, the streams are crossing the
Cody,
streams.
buddy,
No, Cody, what have you
buddy.
done?
Good lord.
I was told to hop in here for a second.
Hi, Cody.
You were correct,
Hi,
sir.
how you
Welcome in.
go?
How was Dying Light?
Hello.
Dying Light
Been a
was
long
fun.
time no see.
Yeah, what's up,
Mm.
man?
We need to
Hey.
do a Shim and Cody stream very, very soon.
Oh God.
Cody, don't
Our
tell
voices
him
are
the
very
shit.
similar.
Don't tell him about the
Dude.
roasting I did over at your
Oh my
stream.
God.
Don't tell him about what they did.
Roasting.
Jesus. Okay.
I can't.
Calm. Let's keep it on the dulcet tones of Shem and Cody voice down here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
We'll call it the relaxathon stream. Oh man,
oh God.
I would
The
love
Shim and Cody hour.
An
Guys.
ASMR of those two.
guys. Who would love to see a Shim and Cody like raft stream? That would be amazing.
Raft.
Ooh.
Yes,
Oh,
That would be calming.
that'd be like the most.
Just like a Minecraft,
Minecraft.
session.
I
Yeah.
do have Minecraft, so-
Oh, that would
be-
Minecraft sounds good.
We do have a
you know?
Minecraft
Yeah,
server.
Minecraft does sound pretty
Oh.
dope.
We do have a
I'm
Minecraft
gonna go
server.
Yeah,
get
that sounds
some
great.
cobblestone.
What are your
Shem and Cody, please talk me to sleep.
here's my
Easy,
question.
very
Okay.
tired.
Here's my question, guys. Here's my question.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
Shim, what is your Friday night like?
It depends. Most of the time I am working and then I have to go and make food for my parents and then go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see.
Usually,
Most of the time
we
I'm
have
usually
Order
at home
takeout.
busy,
because
but-
typically we
yeah,
have fan Fridays.
could work.
Because typically we have
Yes.
fan Fridays, but I was like,
Mhm.
we could do Minecraft stuff. Because we
Shh,
do have
Minecraft, yes.
we do have a Fat Dog server for Minecraft.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I do have Minecraft, so
So
It's
yeah,
got
It's just been a long
beautiful
time.
cathedral.
yeah.
mm,
We did actually build the Log Horizon Cathedral in Minecraft.
Oh, you
Yeah.
finished. That's cool.
Yeah.
In
That was
Yeah.
a while ago.
Well,
That's good.
n-
I never
yes
saw
and
it,
no.
so
Yes,
I
and
saw what
no.
was in progress.
We didn't
but-
actually finish
Still
the
being
back.
worked on.
Oh, that's right.
We didn't
That would do
actually
it.
finish the back. But hi, Cody.
If I
Mhm.
still have the files, I might jump into that. At some
Thank
point.
you so much for the raid, by the way.
Yeah,
I
thank
got
you.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
appreciate
very
it.
kind of you.
Mm,
Mhm.
Wasn't a
Yeah.
huge raid, but
That's
we are here
fine.
nonetheless.
Funny
This is
enough.
actually
Yeah.
the second raid we
Yeah.
got tonight.
That's
It's
the
very-
second
it's
raid.
normal.
That's the second raid, and it
Look.
was about the same size as the first raid we got.
Look.
So we're just grateful
4
to
inches
get raided
versus
at all.
7 inches. You can still get a lot out of both.
Okay. I was gonna say the
Size.
number.
Leave it to
but
you. Leave it to you to.
It's
make
not the
it
size of
crazy,
it.
man.
It's how you use it.
Yeah,
It's
but I
the
know it
quality
takes.
of it. It's
All
the
right.
Majin Buu. It's quality, not
All I can
quantity.
hear is Jeff
Mhm.
Foxworthy saying, "But I know it takes a long time to get to England in a rowboat." Damn it.
Yeah.
England and a rowboat. Oh my god.
Yeah.
EC voice.
Oh.
Moon, I'll have you know my 4 inch.
God dang it! All right, you
The rest
so silly. You
The rest
so
of that
silly.
was just this.
Yeah.
My 4-inch. Me. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Good man.
You know what,
That's
I like how
Cody,
you
why
have
don't
that
you
on-
just go-
on standby?
Dang it.
Why don't you just go?
Cody,
I
we
didn't
talked
do it.
about this.
Yeah.
Why don't you
About-
just go bleep yourself?
About
Daniel Radcliffe.
about
Give him
pressing
confidence.
about pressing the censor button at hilarious
Yes.
times.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Always wonderful.
That's
It's
beautiful.
a useful thing to have. Mhm.
All
Very
right.
useful.
So Moon, you are on deck.
Mhm.
I don't actually think
After
we're
that long
gonna.
session.
I don't think we're actually gonna get through this chapter in time. I thought we were gonna have a chance, but it does not appear that way.
If you want me to go super speed, I can.
Well, you have a good
Further
rest of your
beyond
day.
the human language.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
Thanks for coming in,
I
Cody.
have
you,
to work
appreciate
less
it, man.
We should
on
chat
acting
sometime.
and more on reading, but
Absolutely.
still.
Totally.
Yeah.
Hit me up anytime.
Love you, man. Have a good night.
Later.
Yep. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Still,
Bye.
dude.
We essentially have the equivalent of 50 minutes left.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's it. We have
Sorry.
50 minutes to cover. And
No,
it's
you have
not
nothing
your
to apologize.
You're not the one that derailed us. We in the chat essentially derailed us. So
Yeah.
we are at page
I'm not
one-
apologizing for my cocaine.
Hush.
Cocaine's
Gonna
still
tip
the
to
show.
go
Hush.
Motormouth.
Hush. We are at 266 out of the 290.
Oh.
So yeah, we've got quite a ways that we've got to go. I thought we would be able to do it because like 40 pages. I was like, yeah, we can cover that in like 2 hours, no problem, because we can usually do that. Man, Cody ain't a distraction. He is best boy. Well,
Mhm.
no, that's
Look.
Calvin. But okay.
Calvin's
Also,
best
if
boy,
dog
but-
walks into a room, you're gonna be distracted.
Anyway,
Yeah.
After that long session was over, we all regrouped back at the cafe. I was relaxing in my seat, the tie on my business suit loosened. I could have used spatial motion to come home now, but Soe still hadn't caught our culprit. and there might be some unforeseen snags, so I decided to stick around for a bit. But man, the conference was so exhausting. Prince Elric of Inglesia's intrusion, that guy Gabon pulling the strings behind him, all the counselors whose support they enjoyed, but it all ended with their mouths agape. Gabon was a high-level noble, I guess, but even he got taken away by those scary-looking magical inquisitors. The other counselors in on the conspiracy were saved from that by diplomatic immunity, but thanks to the ledgers I submitted to the authorities, I think their home nations will be investigating them shortly. They'll lose their posts, no doubt, and a lot of them looked pretty alarmed about that, but they had it coming. Even a lot of the counselors who weren't involved at all treated me with, shall we say, noble indifference. I let the innocent ones go, but judging by my ledgers, a lot of them were criminals indeed. So I plan to alert their home nations about my evidence as well. The more the merrier, and all that, or the more the merrier and all that. That ought to shake things up a little bit among those fools. That ought to shake things up a bit among those fools, a lot of whom use their posts to fatten up their own coffers. The sooner they were gone, the easier things would be for me later. I sipped my coffee as I thought all this over. Well, a lot happened today, but now I'm glad Hinata and Shuna got angry before I did. I am the Demon Lord here, so I figured it wouldn't look too good if I started bashing heads in the first thing. Oh, I didn't get angry. I didn't get angry. No. This is. Oh, I didn't get angry. Some of the counselors were being discourteous in their diplomacy, and I just offered them some etiquette lessons. Neither did I, Sir Rimuru. I just helped a few rude gentlemen see the errors of their ways. If I was truly angry, there wouldn't have even been a pile of ashes where they once stood. Hinata and Shuna smiled at the same time, perfectly in sync. It was a little frightening. Against the sheer impact, all I could do was nod and say, yeah, back. But it was a good experience for me, injected Benimaru. I mean, I got too angry up there. My mind
It's
became a total
Kobe.
blank, and I didn't know what I should do about it. If Shuna had waited any longer to act, I might have torched every human in that room. I nearly did a spit take with my coffee. Yeah, I sure thought Benimaru was coolly eyeing the proceedings. I was glad to see him act all mature for a change, but he was actually so enraged that he lost hold of himself. Guess I shouldn't have been so impressed, but man, was that close. If I oversaw a bloody massacre in there, the entire human race would have it in for me. Look, whatever you do, don't do that, all right? I was just kidding. Benimaru tried to laugh it off with a breezy smile. He couldn't fool me. He was serious. I'd need to pick a representative to send to the council before the next meeting, and I better choose damn carefully. We were still talking, me finishing my coffee, when Soei's report came in.
Sir Rimuru, I've captured the assassin.
Figured he'd manage the job fine, and I was right. What a talent. Always doing a perfect job with the work I sent him.
She was an able fighter, to be sure. She didn't give her name or any other information about herself, but she referred to you as that devil bastard's boss.
A crack professional assassin, no doubt. One who wouldn't divulge her identity that easily. But, devil bastard? Did she mean Diablo?
Oh, sorry. I couldn't imagine anyone else.
She mean Diablo? Okay. Made sense. I didn't receive any report along those lines from Diablo. At least, I don't think I did.
Stop.
But he's the kind of guy who treated...
Okay, guys, really quickly, because there is a little bit of cutting in and out because of internet being internet. This would be a good time to remind everyone that while we are reading this out loud and it is for your entertainment, we once again are encouraging you to go ahead and purchase the book to read along, whether digitally or physical, so that while you're listening to us read it, you're not missing out on what we're actually reading. So if there is like words being cut out, you can read along and see what it is you're missing, because we are not an audiobook. We are not a replacement for the source material. So if there is something that you're missing, it's So, believe it or not, Moon, whatever's happening with you cutting in and out because of internet or mic or whatever it is, it's actually a good opportunity for us to promote the actual book and the fact that, hey guys, we're not a substitute for you actually going out and purchasing it. And it's not actually all that expensive. So go buy it, you lazy bums.
It's like
Yeah.
$10 for a book.
A book.
Maybe.
A book.
Mhm.
Depends
And
on the book.
it depends
Even
on
less
where
so.
you're
Sometimes
getting
less, yeah.
it. Even
Digital.
less if you're getting it
Mhm.
digital. Yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah. Just saying.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, well, it's actually $15 physical.
Still at.
I think it's
Yeah.
cool though. I
Well,
like reading
Yeah,
the
it's like
physical
Actually,
version.
$10
actually
for this
not
volume.
necessarily. Actually, it was less than that when I got it on Amazon. It was actually cheaper if I ordered the physical copy
Yeah,
on
what?
Amazon.
Okay, what is the? I'm gonna go
Yeah,
down
it's
to
like
Amazon real quick
11,
and
12
see.
bucks. So
Of course,
Anyways,
I also
anyways.
Digital's like
actually when I pre-ordered it before it came out, it was even cheaper.
Where do I need?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at $9 right now. $8.99
Yeah. Digital or physical?
digital Kindle.
Yeah.
I didn't receive any reports along those lines from Diablo. At least I don't think I did. But he's the kind of guy who treated even Razin like a snot-nosed kid. If he and the assassin ever fought, chances are the girl didn't even register in his mind. It reminded me once again just how sky-high Diablo's standards were.
Mm-hmm.
Razin
Protect the
himself,
smile.
after all, was a human strong enough to be worthy of a Magic-born title. The way Hinata described it to me, there was almost no person stronger than him in the Western nations, and if he called him a wimp, then Diablo's sense of judgment must have been completely out of whack. I should probably teach him more about what passes for strong in this world. I ordered another cup of coffee as I considered this. Shuna, Hinata, and Benimaru were going with tea instead, as well as some cake for dessert. Whoa, you too, Benimaru? Guess I might as well join in then. I'll never say no to a good shortcake. That's my favorite. So I had the waitress deliver coffee to us both when Soe arrived. The waitress was clearly blushing, which Soe prudently ignored as he drank it black. Coffee really completes the picture with him, although I personally sided more with Benimaru and his sweet tooth. Thus, we enjoyed our drinks as I asked Soe, this perfect specimen of a man, for his full report.
And that's everything for now.
You know Soe doesn't do that. He drinks it
I'm sorry.
quietly.
I just like to.
He drinks it
Just- yeah,
quietly
that's
like a
everything,
true
sir.
professional.
He wrapped things up by the time I got
You
to the-
son of a bitch.
Damn it, Soe! He wrapped
Sorry.
things up by the time I got to the end of my
See,
second
you
cup.
even
Are
made
you?
blah, 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 laugh.
Using
Yeah.
thought communication to replay the memory of what he saw to everyone.
Oh,
Based
shit.
on that,
Oh, shit. That's brilliant. That's, dude, if you're going to give, wow, that's so good.
okay, yeah. Based
That's
on that, it looked like
badass.
Soe managed to make this assailant through every type of offense she had at him. She was pretty beautiful too, but Soe showed her no mercy. It was kind of like cheating in an old school online game, taking advantage of some bug to get infinite energy. Letting your opponent think they had a chance to win and just laughing in the shadows the whole time.
Hacks!
If you can get your
I
foe
call
thinking they
hacks!
almost won, that's when you
Yeah.
can get truly delicious, forcing them to use all their items and so forth. That's the strategy Soe must use to get information from the assassin. Of course, this wasn't a game. And in an intelligence operation like this, you had to know how to read the story behind your target. Soe didn't mess that up at all. I think he deserved praise for a fine job. Good work. You always impress me, Soe.
I tested out the strategy you described to me, Sir Rimuru, and it proved surprisingly effective. The key is to show yourself struggling a bit first, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Right.
I think we did talk along those lines. I definitely recall talking to him about spy movies, but maybe we discussed online games too? It was such an inconsequential conversation that I forgot all about it. I internally apologized to Soe. Didn't mean to implant any malicious ideas in him. Ha ha ha! Glad to be of service.
No, I still have so much to learn. She eliminated 3 of my replications.
Oh, did she? Well, at least you can get some clues about her enemy now.
Yes, I will handle the interrogation.
Interrogation, huh? Should I say something about that? As I considered whether to, Hinata interrupted us. You know, I wasn't sure whether to speak up about this, but I'm sure you already know anyway, so the assassins Ursula encountered used to serve under me. I didn't know what kind of power she was hiding. It sounds like she was more trouble than I thought. Now I see how she managed to beat Rama. If a bullet appeared 2 feet away from you, you probably couldn't react in time either. Who's Rama? Oh, sorry. He was a man in my force, one of the 3 battle sages. Glinda beat him, and later he started working for her. Maybe Hinata could dodge a bullet that close to her, but most people couldn't. There was no doubting the danger Glinda's skill posed. But this Rama guy was a battle sage level fighter, huh? That made him potential demon lord material. Serious strength, and no one talked about one of his replications getting blown off of its feet. That was probably a hand grenade, wasn't it? Oh, you mean that exploded? No,
Nope, not Zoe.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mean that
Yeah.
exploding ball of hers?
Yeah, that. It doesn't sound like magic, and I think it's a weapon from my old world.
Understood. It is believed to be magically generated by the subject Glinda. It is a force somewhat similar to materialized weapon, allowing her to bring things in her memory into reality.
Materialized weapon? So she's not only a born sniper, but she's got that too? According to Raphael, the full-on materialized weapon lets you fully regenerate any weapon in your memory. With Glinda, the skill wasn't quite as well defined, so she could only create imitations with similar effects to what she pictured. Even that, however, was enough of a threat. Who is that?
That's Rimuru.
Okay. I agree with you. I haven't seen one, but it sounds like the ones in movies and stuff. Should we assume Glinda's an Otherworlder too? I don't think there's any doubt about that. Especially if she's using her memories to create earth winds. I sneered, triumphantly a hint. Okay, that was reverse. Whatever.
Oh,
She
well,
looked
whoops.
back
My
at
bad.
me. Hey, it's fine.
Mm.
Why do you know that? Oops. She's sharp. I was still keeping Raphael a secret. Better talk my way out of this. That's what I get for being a know-it-all. I thought. Oh, just a hunch. When you get to my level, you start to get hunches like that. Benimaru looked over to me, wonder in his eyes. Comforted me a bit as I gauged Hinata's reply. All right, but do you think I could help interrogate her? There are a few things I've been meaning to ask Linda, if I had the chance. Sare and Grigori never returned either, and I think she might know something about them. Good. She let it pass. And if she wanted to talk to Glinda, I had no reason to deny her chance. There was no need to hide our prisoner, and I definitely didn't want Glinda exposed to whatever awful things Shion did to hers. It sounded like Glinda had an encounter with Diablo, when she fled from immediately. The whole Prince Elric thing was nothing to do with us, really. As long as she gave us her information, I wouldn't get rough with her. I guess Soe gave her quite a fright already, not physically, but in the break your heart kind of way. Whether we let her go, on the other hand, was a tough question. She was a tougher foe than we thought. She might be dangerous if set free, but I wasn't sure handing her over to Inquisitia was such a great idea either. Let's save that question for later. Okay, so
That's her. That's him. No, that's him.
Rimuru.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, want to join me? Please, Hinata said, nodding. For now, we need to go meet Glinda first, gauge her demeanor, and figure things out from there. We decided to keep going. By the way, I covered our tab at the cafe, just like I did yesterday. I didn't exactly appreciate Hinata's check making it its way over to me. But should I have forgotten it like the generous man I am? Or should I have said something? I hate to be called cheap. Then again, worrying about little things like this would probably get me pegged as a member of the lower class. The question weighed on my mind as we put Inglessia behind us.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Yep.
I should probably have given you the extra 4 minutes that you should be having, but you're kind of going in and out, so I figure I'd
No.
take over earlier.
Son of
Yeah.
a bitch.
I wonder if it's your firewall, but we'll figure that out later.
Yeah, whatever it
Okay.
is, we'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Chief?
We were all back home meeting up with one of Soe's replications. There, we saw the captured Glinda open her eyes, only to find Hinata right in front of her. Oh, Chief! That's how it should have been. My bad.
Mm.
And she screamed in response. This was a plain old reception area, not an interrogation room. Benimaru and Soe were guarding me on both sides, and Hinata was there as well. We were all having tea from Shuna as the interrogation began. It's been a long time, Glinda. Glad you're doing well. Hinata was first, coldly looking down at her. She never did go easy on her opponents, and while Glinda was thrown at first, she regained her composure quickly. Ha! I guess this is it for me, then, she brazenly said. If you're going to kill me, go ahead. The fates of captured spies never change much in history.
Silence.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Silence. All you need to do is answer Surimaru's questions.
Soe was
Oh, I
being just as merciless
with
with
that
his
one.
follow-ups.
Surimaru, should we amputate her limbs to train her to be a little more complacent?
Whoa.
No thank you.
Well,
And if Soe said he'd do it,
Aw.
he really would do it, so...
He has the saw right there.
No,
in
no,
hand.
just because we've got healing potions.
that's Shuna, I think.
Yeah. Meaning we can give her that painful experience time and time again? Shuna
Oh,
interjected.
like turning him into a cube. Oh god, I forgot about that.
Oh,
That does make sense. No! I mean, just because we have healing potions, it's not nice to go so far with this. Seriously, stop. Shuna was smiling and nodding her agreement, but Hinata's eyes were killing me. Not even I would go that far against a woman, and Glinda didn't seem completely disinterested in talking. In fact, I felt like we could negotiate something. All right, Glinda, we haven't met before, have we? I'm the Demon Lord Rimuru. Hello, I'm Glinda, one of Lady Hinata's old troops and part of the 3 battle sages. For her part, she understood that jokes and bargaining wouldn't work against Soe. She provided her name at least, perhaps figuring I was better worth giving answers to. She certainly knew Diablo, and I could see it if she ran after realizing she couldn't win. Very few people who shout out, "Kill me," actually want to die. I felt safe assuming she was attached to her life, but I was also interested in why she betrayed Hinata. Even if she didn't reveal her client for this murder attempt, maybe she'd be more willing to discuss other matters. Well, regardless of how open she is, I'll just have to ask her whatever I can. I began with a calm approach. So you were definitely aiming for Prince Elric, is that right? Yeah. And was that in order to frame me for it and get me kicked out of the Western nations? Sorry, hold on.
This is a reminder. Take your medicine.
Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. Shut up. All right.
Take the meds.
Probably. I didn't hear any reason. I was just told to do it. All right, that didn't seem to be a lie. Can I ask the next question? Hinata asked, eliciting a nervous shiver from Glinda. What is it? I assigned you to a commercial hub city so you could have more freedom of movement. I told you not to listen to what the merchants there told you. But had they already won you over by then? No comment there. Were you ready to betray me from the beginning because you were ordered to? No comment. I'm thinking your backers are a group called Controlling the Council. Who are they? I always thought it was strange. The Council would sometimes make these moves to indicate they had an eye on the Western Holy Church. I figured there had to be a spy, and you were my prime suspect. I was waiting for a chance to expel you, but if you tell me your employer's name, I'm willing to subtract from your sentence. I told you no comment. No? All right. One more question. Did you believe in Luminous? There's no god out there. If you want to believe in that, pay me. The next instant, Hinata had her rapier out. With pure melodious clang, I stopped it with my own sword. Whoa, Hinata, not the head. You're interrogating her, not killing her. I didn't intend to. You liar, you had every intention of it just now. Yeesh.
Gonna have to keep a constant vigil, I see. Hinata absolutely would have decapitated her. I managed to react because I had an eye out, but we came this close to losing a valuable information source. It's all right, Sir Rimuru. I can use her as a test subject for my resurrection magic. Jesus Christ! Shuna was there.
She's just as bad as everyone else.
Look, I heard you can revive people. I wanted to see if I could, and I found the perfect
Also, I think I
test
figured
subject
out
for
what the
it.
problem was. I think I
Oh,
figured out what the problem was. Yeah. So whenever I have issues and it's that my microphone exists,
mhm.
it also turns on the automatic noise level detection thing.
Uh-huh.
The where the microphone will automatically turn
noise
on and
suppressor.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I think that was the problem.
Might
So
be
am I
part of it.
sounding
Mm.
better right now?
A little bit.
It cut
Yeah.
out
Because
a
I
little
turned it
bit while
off
you were
now.
saying
So
It
that,
cut out a
but
little
yeah.
bit, but not nearly as much as
Mhm.
before.
No more than
Mhm.
it
that
probably
might
would
be
have
what part
normally.
of the problem was.
Part of it. Yeah.
I think I might need to mess with it a little more, but yeah.
Mhm.
Shuna was there smiling like always. That's true, and I can use divine miracle resurrection as well. There was hardly any problem with it. I wasn't sure how much of this was an act. Both Hinata and Shuna were griping at me now, but I didn't really think it was okay to kill someone just because you could resurrect them later. I didn't think so, but there was a certain type of persuasive logic to it. It's strange. Look, can you just shut up for a second, Hinata? Time to tag back in. This was going downhill really fast, so I better have Hinata cool off a bit. So, my turn again. Raphael, do your stuff. Understood. Raphael eagerly accepted the challenge. I simply voiced what it told me. I'm assuming a professional like you isn't going to tell me everything because I asked nicely, so you can just listen to me instead, okay? Interesting. Prod her and gauge what she knows from her reactions then. Try not to lose your poker face then. Ha! You better not look down on me. I don't need you to remind me. Glinda's up to the challenge, huh? So who's gonna win this, I wonder? As if I were part of the audience. Unique skills often take root in people's souls. You're a good example of that. Yours is bound to your soul with a powerful force. Huh. Didn't know that. So in that conference I attended, a lot of the counselors were tarnished by their vast, greedy desires. These desires were forcibly planted into them. There's a force involved that can directly impact people's souls, and I think that's what guided their motives. Silence. And you're under that same influence, Glenda. What? In your case, though, your unique skill is providing protection to your soul, so this influence hasn't fully clouded you yet. Glinda wordlessly scowled. Maybe she couldn't find a way to deny it. It was kinda news to me as well, but still. But as amazing as your unique skill is, there are people out there who can see it for what it is. You mean the Appraiser's Eye? Certainly. Dragon's Eye from the Demon Lord Milim is more famous. Not that I'm up on this stuff, but there's an old story about how Milim can see everything, right? Apparently that's really true. One glance at someone and Milim has a general idea of what kinds of skills they have. Yeah, if you think Rimuru's broken, imagine if Milim
Damn.
wasn't...
They all have a reason.
Here's the thing. Imagine if Milim wasn't such a fucking child.
Yeah.
Take what she
Accurate.
has in the mind of Luminous. Or, yeah.
Take what she has and put it in the mind of fucking Raphael.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's busted.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Holy shit.
yep.
All right. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Talk about a robot, like, cold as a machine.
Got to go.
Yeah, exactly. All right. That was true, although she couldn't guess someone's internally manifested skills and couldn't give you details unless the subject invoked them. She could gauge their strengths as well as whether the given skill was extra or unique in nature. It was just harder to give you finer details, for example. If someone had 2 or more unique skills, she'd have trouble telling whether it was 2 skills or one really powerful skill. It was actually the same way too. Oh, I was actually the same way too. My analyze and assess was now accurate enough that I got a hazy insight into the skills of other people, and I also learned how I could conceal mine from others, the way Guy Crimson had hidden his own magical count. When I first met Guy, I assumed your skills stayed hidden unless you showed them off to people. I was wrong. Like I said, an analyze and assess skill forged well enough can detect them, with the one being assessed none the wiser. Looking back, I was pretty lucky, actually, thanks to having 4 different ultimate skills. Guy must have taken one look at me and assumed I couldn't be toyed with. Raphael was the one skill I absolutely had to keep under my hat, so that was the watchword for my future moves from that point forward. So I switched my way of thinking and assumed there was no way to hide skills. But that was actually pretty possible. If you've built up a skill to the point that it's completely your own, you can actually defend analysis skills from picking up on it. It wasn't perfect yet, but that was the result of the experiments I had been doing. What are you trying to say? Yes, I have a unique skill, but even if it's protected me from the desires, so what? My little pause there must have irritated Glenda. Hearing about these outside influences inspired her to play along with me. I wanted to give her an answer, but Raphael's roundabout descriptions were getting a bit hard to grasp. Parsing into it something I could reasonably explain took some time. Suggestion: use hasten thought. Yes, no? Oh yeah, there was that. I thought yes, cursing myself for not doing that in the first place. Now let's hurry this up and get Glinda on my side already. Whether your mind's clouded by greed or not is none of my business. But one thing's for sure, your employer's got a pretty powerful unique skill running. That's true, isn't it? No comment, but I guess there's no denying it either. Thank you. So building on that, there was a man in the at the Founders Festival whose desires were being harnessed like that. His name is Gay! And Shuna took care of him at the council this afternoon. The other festival visitors weren't subjected to interference that way, but some of the merchants were. And if a large number of people are brought under a skill's influence at once, chances are that the skill user is physically nearby. That's what I thought. Silence. Gay was completely hooked by it. But the farther away you got from the skill user, generally, the weaker the skill got. Masayuki's skill was another monster. But the rumors that spread around about him only added to its synergy. That foundation is why the skill propagates so much further than he means it to. Influencing people's desires, meanwhile, was purely dependent on the skill's power itself. Beyond that, the user could utilize their strength or some other element to enhance the effect if they wanted. Basically, though, if you told me our skill user attended the Founders Festival, I'd certainly believe it. Along those lines, I had a suspect in mind, someone I speculated about enough that I had Soe look into her. Have you ever heard the name Maribel Rosso? Raphael was cutting to the chase. The name came straight from the dossier Soe provided for me. She might have been trying to hide it, but Glinda gave me an ever so slight response, and that was a yes. My analyze and assess skill is pretty good, you know. Not only can I detect what skills a person has, but it can also tell if someone's hiding one of them. I was sensing the latter all throughout the Founders Festival, and one of the people I got that vibe from was that girl, Maribel. I could see Glinda grow paler as I continued. I couldn't tell if she was getting hot or if it was a cold sweat running down her cheek. Either way, she was getting nervous. You, Maribel Rosso, you said? The Rosso family? I see.
I see.
Hinata interrupted Glinda just when she was about to say something. I should have been annoyed, but looking at Hinata, I didn't need to be. She had a delighted expression, like she had just found the answer. Glinda, meanwhile, made it clear that something had gone awry in her plans. Granville Rosso, the founder of the Rosso family and a former hero. I'm sure you know him too, don't you, Glinda? And he was the real person behind Grin, the Sunday priest and head of the 7 Days clergy. There you go, guys! Just as I thought, Hinata was at the truth now. I could see her mentally connecting the dots on the people she knew. 7 days, huh? Those guys we met before? I heard they had all died, but Granville's still alive. Nicholas
Granville's
said
still
he landed
alive.
the final blow, but we're talking about someone who ruled over the Western Holy Church for centuries. I wouldn't be surprised if he survived. So Marable was the skill user behind all this greed manipulation, and Granville Rosso, Grin from the 7 Days, was the head of her family. Mm-hmm. And if Grin's the kind of monster who can survive for hundreds of years, he's likely got the council in his pocket. So, should we assume Grin's our mastermind here? No doubt about it. He's using Maribel's powerful skill as some kind of scheme of his. Hinata and I were now comparing notes, ignoring Glinda entirely. We basically had our answer, and Glinda had just lost her value to us. God damn it! Why do you know so much? I didn't even tell you anything. This is basically the same damn thing as me revealing it all. Yeah, sorry about that. You picked the wrong team to mess with, is all I can say. Raphael's too much of a talent to compete against. I suppose they might think you did, wouldn't they? I said. Well, that's what you get, Glinda, said Hinata. A fitting end for a traitor. Damn it! They're going to kill me. Seeing Glinda whisper to herself, face drained of color, I felt a little bad for her. I had no intention of killing her. Now that I
Don't
had
name
my
her.
info, I was ready to hand her over to Inglacia, but yeah, wherever she went, she probably wasn't going to be alive much longer. I figured she had the talent to flee to safety, but judging by how unnerved she was dealing with some pretty ominous odds. Is this Marable girl that powerful? I decided to ask. She's not that big an issue, but summoned people like me are bound by spells we can't resist. The moment they decide I fled from them, they'll crush my soul, and that will be the end of it. Gee, that doesn't sound nice. So you didn't betray Luminous of your own free will? It was because you didn't have any other choice? Well, it's complicated. I wanted to throw myself upon the mercy of my god, but Granville's eyes were on me. Really, there was nothing I could have done about it. Maybe it was right to sympathize with her a little. Hinata was still giving her a cold look, but I think she wasn't so angry now. She wanted to murder her less, at least. No, you're right about that. If your soul's shattered, not even resurrection can help you. Can help you then. Wow, guess even Hinata can be gentle sometimes. She was still stern, but now she was looking for a way to help Glinda. But could I undo that spell? Understood. It is not a problem. Remove the spell? Yes, no. That was easy.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
And so it was
Where's
off.
the stable button when you need it?
Wait a second, guys. It's over now. It's over now, lamented Glinda. Marable, she's reading my emotions. I may not have intended to betray her, but she's gonna judge me now. So I let her in on what I just did. What? Yeah, no need to worry. We're all done with you. So go live whatever life you want. I'm pretty sure she thinks you're dead now. No, I wasn't talking about that. You mean to say you undid the curse ruling over me? Yeah, pretty much. But let me just remind you, you get hostile with me, and I'll show you no mercy. Yes, I suppose I'll look the other way, Hinata said. If I kill someone Rimuru let go, he'll never let me hear the end of it. But keep this in mind. You have betrayed Luminous herself. The Western Holy Church will never forgive you for that. Glinda was a strong girl, a threat. But now that she was free from the rule of Maribel, or whatever, she didn't have much of a reason to remain hostile. If she started trouble with us again, we could always do her in then. Personally, I didn't think she caused that much trouble, that much of a headache, so I was ready to forgive her. Hinata seemed willing to do the same. I guess she felt she couldn't be so narrow-minded about someone I let go free. Besides, in a way, Glinda really was just following orders. Just not with her brain exactly, but with the influence of the curse forced upon her. This time I was willing to give her a slap on the wrist. So right, you're free to go if you want to stay in my nation for a while. You're welcome to, but if you cause any trouble... wait a second. You're really letting me go? Uh-huh. I don't really feel like killing you anyway.
If Sir Rimuru has forgiven you, we have no reason we have no reason to defy his will,
said Soe. Not that you were much of a threat anyway, Benimaru added. God, I looked over and saw
Time to
Shim.
flex on her.
Shim, I saw your fucking face. That was so goddamn
I like to
perfect.
think Soy made the same face, just like,
They're like, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, not really.
Mhm.
They were
Yeah.
willing to go with me too. I didn't much appreciate the way they phrased it, but they didn't seem to have any complaints. They didn't see her as a threat, I imagine, which I wasn't too sure about, but to them, it was the truth. She'd never beat Benimaru's full effort, much less Soe's. Glinda struck me as the kind of woman who took a profit and loss approach to living, so she'd never do something stupid like challenge an unbeatable foe. Letting her go didn't seem like that big a problem. As I convinced myself to take an optimistic approach, Glinda turned to me, kneeled, and said something extraordinary. I have a request. I'll tell you everything I know, so could you please give me some employment? I'll do anything you want, even dirty work, so please. Benimaru and I looked at each other, passing messages with our eyes. Now what? Do whatever you want. But employment? What about money? I had more to work with, but we were still sorting out salaries from my top officials. Working for free was still the norm around here. I appreciate the sentiment, but we're still busy developing ourselves. We're pretty far behind in terms of organization, so we're not paying anyone a salary yet. Times like this, you just gotta be honest. No point to smooth over things. Huh?
Me too.
Glinda froze, but the next thing she said surprised me instead. Well, I'm used to that. I was stationed with the Master Rooks in the Holy Empire of Lubelius, but they didn't pay us either. Dang. Even 3 battle sages, the best of Lubelius had to offer, didn't get any money. They were paid in goods, and any money they had needed, they were expected to scrounge themselves. They had an illustrious name to leverage, though, and I'm sure they got treated like kings wherever they went. Sometimes they'd receive payments for resolving crimes, too, so they led pretty decent lifestyles. Wait, so you get nothing either, Hinata? She sure racked up a hell of a bill at the festival. No. Lubelius is an advocate for equality, so there's no public salary at all. We all get paid in goods. That was a surprise, but also a relief. Lubelius has a long, storied history, and it made it this far without salaries. Maybe we shouldn't be in a hurry to enact them either. By the way, thanks to running the Crusaders and the Imperial Guard, Hinata was given access to some of the government budget. Between that and monster hunting rewards, her income was actually pretty upper class. And yet you made me pay for you? Quit sweating the small stuff. I'm just saving money. She brought the kids all kinds of it says brought, but I'm going to assume bought.
It's
She bought the
bought,
kids
yeah.
all
Yeah.
kinds of all kinds of stuff. But with me, it's all, oh, got to save money. And actually, did Molly Mile pay her the labyrinth reward fees yet? The thought just occurred to me, but I didn't want to prod that hornet's nest. I was too scared of her, so I didn't. But I'm pretty well known around the Western nations. Even if I'm free, I don't have any work waiting for me. No nation's gonna hire me now, and I'm not cut out for adventuring work. Besides, you're on the cutting edge in culture here, so if you can guarantee me meals and a roof over my head, I'm good. Judging by how desperate Glinda was sounding, I doubted she was trying to deceive me. And I had reason to believe her. If Lubelius was in pursuit of the 3 battle sages, everyone would have to assume a betrayal was the cause. She'd never find a nation willing to employ someone as politically touchy as her, even if she became an adventurer under an assumed name. I could get it if everyone kept a prudent distance. If her cover got blown, she might have Lubelius and Granville come after her. Oh, and Lubelius and Granville come after her too. Any kind of stable life was impossible. Yeah, I guess you'll have a hard time of it without support from somewhere. Right? So please, Sir Demon Lord, I know you don't believe a word of this, but I swear I'll stay faithful to you. There was no way I could believe it, but somehow I just couldn't find it in myself to hate her. She was the classic spy film femme fatale, and I couldn't just abandon her. Can I leave her to you, Soe?
As you wish, Sir Rimuru. I have no objection.
Great,
Soka's
thanks.
not gonna like that.
And I can't have her turning traitor, so deal with that if it happens, okay?
Absolutely. In terms of battle strength alone, I would rate her above Soka, so perhaps I could establish a special ops team for her that answers to me.
Oh, kind of like a team all the problem kids get thrown into.
Something like that, Sir Rimuru. I'd like to scout out members locally and elsewhere.
Zoe's got some ideas brewing, doesn't he? Diablo was still off searching for an army, so it wouldn't be fair to turn Zoe down. Let him do what he wants. Right. I'll leave all that up to you. You can work out a budget with Molly Mile later.
Yes, Sir Rimuru.
We wrapped that up fast. Can you not call me a problem child in front of my face? Glinda was whining about something, but if she had
Now
an
you're very
issue, she
talkative.
ought to try to win my trust first. Either way, she was now part of our team.
Glenda
gonna
joined
name
your
her?
party. She's already named.
She's a stray.
Well, at least he didn't have to name this one.
Yeah, that's true.
Before leaving Glinda to Zoe's management, we decided to have Glinda tell us everything she was aware of. It was no longer an interrogation, so we decided to talk over dinner. In the dining hall, you pick these boards with menu items on them and take them to the window over there. There's a selection of 3 items each day, plus a regular special. If you get promoted to management, you'll get to order 1 item of your own, too. Oh, really? Because my meals always get picked for me. Oh, man. Poor Rimuru. They were
Yeah.
always good,
boy.
I felt, but I never went through that board trade-in thing. The managerial dining hall brought food over to you without having to say or do anything. That, and Shion and Gopchi would occasionally rent kitchen space so they could develop special new meals of their own. But that was another story. Today's special is our most popular menu item, Shune explained with a smile. Normally, you'd either reserve it with merit points or get in line for a chance at it. Ah, I always thought the desserts were really fancy here. I guess I wasn't alone. We always get this, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
make
make sure. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think that was him. Yeah, yeah. And I make sure I get my share.
Benimaru and Soe order the special too? I wondered what Soe meant by that. Did he have one of his spies stand in line for him? I hope he's
Bitch.
I hope
Yeah.
he's not resorting to silly cafeteria antics like that. With the dishes
What
on our
abuse
table,
of your power.
dinner began. Right. So let's begin with I was trying to talk to Glinda, but she was completely focused on her food. A woman possessed. It was good, I'll admit. Definitely worth being called a special. So I decided to wait. It's nice to have more pleasant conversation during a meal anyway. After we were done, up until now, I've always thought money was the most important thing in life. But today, I've changed my mind. From now on, I live for nothing but merit points. If she meant it,
Lives by
she
the
was.
cookie.
If he who lives by
Another-
the cookie dies by the
Dies
cookie.
by the cookie.
Another one converted
Another
to
sick-
Rimaruism.
Another
Yes!
successful conversion. Hooray!
Hooray!
Like I said, Glenda
Right.
joined your party.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
This is honestly her best ending.
If she meant
This is her
it,
best case
What a
scenario.
happy ending.
if she meant it, she
Yep.
was way easier to take down than I thought. But whatever. If that's what motivates her, then hey, knock yourself out.
All right. So what do you know? Give me the unembellished truth.
Soe pressed, and Glenda finally started to talk. First, about the council. This organization was under the control of 5 senior counselors known as the 5 Elders. These were headed by Granville, whom we had discussed earlier. As for the other 4, amazingly, one of them was Count Gaban, the mastermind behind today's events. Prince Johann of Rostia, one of the counselors relatively supportive of me, was another. How come there are so many differing opinions among the 5 Elders? That's how Maribel likes it. She pits the council against one another so they can keep the mainstream faction the strongest. It's kind of fixed, you could say, but the people involved but to the people involved, it's a serious battle for survival. A way to encourage activity within the group? It'd be more efficient if they all worked together, but that'd open it up more to stagnation and corruption. You often hear about family-run companies getting ruined by whoever was at the top. Besides, if Johann successfully earned my trust, it'd be easier for him to learn more about our inner workings. If they had booted us out today, then fine. If they didn't, now Johann was no doubt ready to extend his feelers toward us. It's all kind of malicious, isn't it? I wish we could just burn it all up instead of deal with it. Just hearing about all this made my eyes water. You had to know who your friends and enemies were, or else you'd quickly be ruined. That's how they did things in the nobility, and if I didn't know that, I would have been on the cusp of trusting Johann. Maybe taking Glinda in was the right thing after all. The other two elders were Margrave's Cider, or Cedar. I like Cider, it's funnier to me.
Cider, yeah.
Tasked with protecting the northern regions of Inglacia, and King Doran, leader of a small military kingdom also called Doran. This meant 2 out of the 5 elders were Inglacian, which showed how much Granville valued that nation. Close to the holy empire of Libelius, far from the forest of Jura, and one of the safest countries in the world. He must have marked it as the nation most worthy of serving as his political and economic center. So why did they see me as an enemy? I'm so harmless I wouldn't hurt a fly. I kind of let that slip out. It seemed to surprise the group. Huh? If you keep picking the kind of fights you pick, of course people are going to be hostile. Pardon? Yeah, I thought you were picking fights with people too. Diablo told me all about how Sir Rimuru was going to have the world economy in his grip before long. So I thought you wanted to take over the council. What? And hang on, Diablo saying stuff like that? Okay, that was my intention as well. My information gathering was part of that effort, I thought.
Oh, wouldn't that be Soe?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, go ahead,
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
okay. That's okay.
No,
That was my intention as well. My information gathering was part of that effort, I thought.
Well, no, I'll admit that was what it's for, but don't tell me you didn't even realize you were doing that. Not you too, Hinata. Why is everyone looking at me like that? No. I'm not going to say I didn't mean it, but I didn't want to hurry things along that quickly. So for now, I just want to keep things to peaceful negotiation. Hinata sighed and rolled her eyes. If some new merchant comes along and ruins your marketplace, you wouldn't find a lot of merchants soft-hearted enough to forgive that either. Oof, maybe not. Well, all right. We're gonna clash in the future anyway, so let's just treat ourselves to the main support of economic activity in the Western nations, all right? That was my intention all along. My job's to shore up their defenses, and I will investigate the Rozo family and the... Oh, no, that's you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And I will investigate the Rozo family and the 5 elders.
All right. Sorry, I got into the reading.
It's okay.
And
They don't
realized...
say anything.
No. I got
Well,
into
they
the
don't have
reading and
things.
realized I'm basically
Moon's
at the...
complained about before.
That's because in the Japanese language, they say their names with a lot of things that they're talking about. So it would be there.
it's not.
But when you translate it, it doesn't.
No, guys, that's not it. That's not what's happening. I realize I'm actually almost toward the end, and so I'm actually just like trying to get through it because
okay.
I realize
Go
I'm
for it,
only
then.
a couple of pages away, and so
Yeah, that's
in
fine.
my
Go
mind
for
I'm
it.
like, all right, cool, I can actually end this, and so
Let us
that's
end this.
I got into a hurry and I need to just calm down and
That's
just
fine.
read the effing book. So
I mean, it's fine.
no. I'm
You can
just
bang
gonna
it out.
calm down. I
Clear
need
your
to
mind.
hush. I need to calm down and just read the effing book. Moon, are you good?
Oh,
Yes? What's happening?
Oh no, he's frozen.
Hello?
No.
You're
he's
kind of sort of
camera
frozen.
froze.
Hello?
Oh god, is he the next to go? Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
We might need to wrap this
Oh.
up. Okay, Eddie's dead.
No.
No, he hung up and he'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
wasn't a bad thing. Like he did that. That wasn't his internet cutting out. He did
It
that.
was intentional. Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Yep.
You still sound kind
Are
of
we
shitty.
okay?
You still sound kind of
halfway
shitty.
there. Okay.
You can
Okay.
auto-tune, man.
Okay.
I don't know why. Internet's saying it's okay.
You're better now. Oh no, that's me. What the fuck?
There.
No, that's
I guess I'm the only one.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mm.
Shabby, you good? Am I good? I feel like it's gonna be one of us next.
I'm okay.
Having a I'm a superstar on its way, Mars.
Oh God.
then it went
Wow.
to me.
Shit,
for
we gotta
some
get out of here.
reason.
They're gonna infect us.
Yeah. Mm.
It's contagious. Get out while you still can.
Run!
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't have feelers yet.
Is
Stay
the
away
stream
from the
good?
devil's cookie.
Okay, now
let me
he's
check,
back to
let me check.
normal. Now he's back to normal
Okay.
on my end a bit.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Now you're back.
okay, there we
Oh,
are.
it paused at the perfect part too. Okay.
Oh.
No,
Yeah, it looks
he's
like stream's doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
every once in
When
a
you
while.
paused, you
Every
also
once
had
in a
the
while, your video freezes, but your audio's still clean.
Mm.
Why?
right. Here, I
I
you know
still
what,
think it's your firewall,
guys,
but
guys, we got
We're
like
right there.
Mhm.
we got like 3.5 pages to go. Let's just finish this.
Mm.
All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. All right. Let's see. And I will investigate the Rosso family and the 5 elders. I think that's where we were, right?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, it's just 3 pages because I'm almost at the end of this page. In a
Mhm.
way, it was good that we knew our enemies. Now. Befriending Glinda was an unexpected windfall, and thanks to that, we had a direction to go. Okay, be careful on that. I don't want to wage a 2-front war against Yuki and the Rossos. I'm aware, Benimaru said with a nod, while Soe gave his own agreement. I was taking a wait-and-see approach with Yuki as we waged information and economic warfare with the Rossos. There were no real bullets flying around, at least, which made things easier on me. So I was about to wrap things up, wondering if I was worrying too much about this when Hinata stopped me. Wait a minute. Yuki and the Rossos? Why are you suspicious of Yuki? I was thrown for a moment, but then I realized Hinata might be oblivious to all that. Well, thinking about it, if you look at the list of people who know I'm a reincarnate involved with Shizu, and who could have leaked that info to the Eastern merchants, Yuki's about it, isn't he? Pretty much. And while I'm at it, I think that Roy, the guy who played the role of a demon lord, was killed by this guy Laplace member or something called the Moderate Jesters. So if I'm wrong about that, no, I appreciate it. I don't have any stake in that, but if he's working against us, I can't stand for that. She was willing to accept Laplace and his cohorts as our foes. She gave a cold, cold smile, one that froze my spine. Man, that's scary. I definitely better make sure I don't rile her. After that exchange, Hinata stood up, prepared to head home. Actually, about that, Glinda timidly spoke up. Guess she still had something to say. What is it? If you want to say something, don't hold back. Did you remember something else? Then she dropped the biggest bombshell of the day. By Yuki, you mean the Grandmaster of the Guild, right? He's connected to Johann of the 5 Elders, but I'd say he's pretty much under Maribel's complete control. Huh? Yuki's being manipulated? Are you serious? I'm not shameless enough to joke at a time like this. No, I bet not. Well, why didn't you tell us sooner? That's important. You know, I answer directly to Granville for the most part, so... Essentially, 2 people had the right to give Glinda orders, Granville and Maribel. Although it was Granville 9 times out of 10, as a result, Glinda didn't get to talk to Maribel often or get much of an insight into her brain. I picked her brain a little more, seeing if I could get anything else. We learned about more of her underlings as well as the Blood Shadow, a group that handled the Rosso family's dirty work. That is a problem, said Shuna after a moment of reflection. It might be that whoever's controlling Yuki drove him to leak your secret for some reason. Hinata was lost in thought as well. It looked like we'd need to reconsider matters from the ground up. Even Raphael was thinking in silence for once. It's a rarity, but if it couldn't come up with an answer, worrying might be a waste of time. What we needed here was a clear solution. If thinking won't solve the problem, we can think later. When taking an exam, it's always smarter to leave the tough questions for later. Wasting valuable time was never a good idea. Well, either way, Yuki's still suspicious, so let's keep an eye on him. Actually, wait a minute. As wary as Yuki was, I couldn't imagine him trying to spring something on me, but if he was under someone's thrall, that was another story. And since that someone's the clearly hostile Maribel, maybe the assumptions I've been working with were wrong all this time, huh? Hey, if Yuki can't defy Maribel's orders, you think he might be scheming something no matter what his position is? Yeah, that's the thing. Maribel wanted us out of the picture, and she might be willing to use Yuki for that goal. Keeping her own hands clean, trying to avoid a two-front war, was the least of our worries. That doesn't sound too good, does it? Given that we're in the info-gathering stage, the Rozos can't make any flashy moves, I imagine, but Soe and my brother are right. You're about to venture into the ruins with Yuki's assistant, the guild vice master, Lady Kagali, yes? They might be planning something in there. Looks like everyone's reached the same conclusion. Maybe the wait-and-see approach was too optimistic. I can't lie and claim that's not a worry of mine. Maribel and the Rozos can always say they didn't know what Yuki was doing, too. They can pin all the blame on the Free Guild and cause a rift between us. And that would ruin your plans, Sir Rimuru. If we stay on the sidelines like this, they might strike first. But I felt we were already on guard. Security was stepped up across town. They could try to rile up our townspeople, but it wouldn't go that easy, so suggestion. You could deliberately open a soft spot to lure them in. That's it. Perhaps we could cancel the expedition? I shook my head at Benimaru. No. Actually, let's take advantage of it. Milim will scream at me if we cancel it, so let's go through with it. Let's go in as prepared as we can for anything that could pop up, and when it does, let's engage it. Milim was looking forward to exploring the ruins. It was like a field trip to her. Something to take her mind off homework, and she'd fly into a rage if I told her it was off. I didn't want to create yet more problems for myself, so I really wanted to avoid that. But wouldn't that be dangerous? With Milim there? And I was going to take Shion to guard me anyway. That should work then. I'm sure she'll be able to hear that. I'm sorry. I'm sure she'll be glad to hear that, given how she was on home duty. Benimaru had no complaints, so Shion it was. And I'll take Gobta and Ranga along, too. That should be more than enough for a fighting force, shouldn't it? With their combined powers.
Their powers combined.
It's
they
Morbin
become...
time.
It is Morbin time.
It is Morbin time.
Morbin.
Yeah.
I'm now imagining Lady Chan coming in here as Mill and be like, no, you can't cancel the trip!
Alright, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, and go stunt like she did last week.
I'm gonna assume this next line is Soe.
Oh, understood. We'll make sure nothing happens in town in the meantime.
Mostly because I just wanted to hear you say that. Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't give a damn if it was him or not. I just wanted to hear you say
Understood.
Actually, it would probably be more likely that I'd keep a steady watch for any unusual movements.
Well,
because...
we're gonna have him say that
Yeah.
too.
That way.
Yeah.
Well, you know. I'll
It
have him
doesn't
say
say
that.
who specifically says what line, so...
I know.
I wish it would.
And I think that's Benimaru with a second one, and I'll help my brother. Yeah.
And I'll help my brother strengthen the barrier around it.
That's Shuna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Shuna.
I'll keep a. Oh yeah.
Just have so I read all of it.
This
Just
is
be
you.
safe.
I'll keep
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm just like okay.
Say the line.
Have
I'll keep a
Shimmer and all
steady
of it. Just be
watch.
safe.
Yeah, I'll keep a steady watch for any unusual movements between countries, especially the 5 elders Glenda mentioned.
Say the
Thanks.
line, Bart.
Thanks. And we have Veldora in the dungeon, so if things get really bad, turn to him. I gave each of them
Them.
my approval. Well, I need to bring all this back to Lady Luminous, said Hinata. Be careful, all right? Because you have a tendency to get careless sometimes. Quit reminding me! So she
Mom.
magically willed herself back home. She's usually cold to me, but sometimes in her own way she can demonstrate legitimate concern too. Was this her idea of flirting? Understood. No.
Hey,
No.
thanks, menu.
And the
You're not. I'm not your wingman.
menu? Really?
Well, you're already Reaver. Oh wait, no. It's,
Wrong
okay,
series, motherfucker.
God damn.
Wrong series.
Raphael. Fuck.
Yeah.
Shmeh. Shmeh the non-believer.
Smack him.
I don't know what that.
Yeah. Anyway, no dice, huh?
Do you not know Charlie the Unicorn?
No dice, huh? No dice, huh? I was hoping I'd get to dream a little longer. I was hoping I'd get to dream a little, but reality isn't so kind, is it? Anyway, we had our walking papers. Now we just had to prepare for the big day. And that's
Going on a field
chapter
trip.
4. And that's chapter 4 done, everybody. Next we get chapter
We did
5,
it.
which is gonna be a long one because it's actually the end of it's basically the end of the book. It's
The
chapter
end
5
of
and then
an era.
it's chapter 5 and then it's the epilogue. So we've got 293 all the way to 356. So
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
be dealing
That's
with
not bad.
yeah, we're gonna be dealing with this next bit, which is, guys, it's this thick. We're gonna be dealing with this for
Yeesh.
probably about 2 weeks.
Like, how many C's?
C. 3 C's.
At
Gotcha,
least 3.
At least, no, probably about 2 C's. I'd say
2
it's
Cs?
if we do it right, we're looking at probably about 2 weeks worth of reading.
Let's put out a
Yeah.
character. We talk, or we talking? Fuck, who's thicker than Midna?
What?
Oh. Like Great Fairy. The Great Fairies are usually pretty nice.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
No,
they're just
no.
top
Yeah.
heavy.
She's
Oh.
pretty. She thick.
like Gerudos. Gerudos
You
are
know,
pretty thick too.
I
Yeah,
I-
Gerudo women are
the
pretty thick.
alcohol had the lesson, but I think it came. Oh, what's the name
yes,
between?
it is
Look, I forgot her
returned.
name.
Well, we can't really tell because of your internet.
Urbosa? No.
yeah,
Urbosa?
Urbosa, yeah, Urbosa.
Yeah.
Because Urbosa's
Yeah.
fury.
Urbosa do be thick though.
She thick.
Mm.
So is Zelda. Let's be real here.
Depending on which
That's a
Zelda you're
wild-
referring to.
Bam!
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. So
We're gonna see more of her.
Mhm.
I think we've given enough commentary on what's happening here, but I love how
Mhm.
quick it was. I love how quickly Rimuru, or rather Raphael, was able to just instantly turn Glinda, just flip Glinda. He was like, so I could just hear the did anybody hear the background music from when Gohan was doing his little mystery solving stuff back when they found
Yeah, get the
Cell's
song or
molt?
something if you can.
Get Cell's molt, get that mystery music, boom 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 boom. Like I could hear that going, and great, and Raphael just plodding away doing its thing, and then Glinda is just at the mercy of fucking Raphael and it's deductive reasoning, and it's just like, how the fuck do you know this?
See,
Are
I
you
heard
talking
the
from TFS or the actual
you know.
TFS.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. Let me see if I can't find that.
Shit, what is it?
It's fine. You don't have to actually look it up. Anyway.
All I could picture was just
Yeah.
sorry.
It was just
just-
just beautiful.
Wright.
I love how
Detective Gohan.
yeah, it's from Phoenix
Mhm.
Wright,
Speaking
right?
of music from Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's beautiful.
Objection.
It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Oh,
Phoenix
yeah.
Wright, also voiced by Sam Riegel.
Love it.
Scanlan from Critical Role.
Objection!
Mhm.
Hold it.
Hold it. Yeah. You have to do the table slam
Which,
too, though.
Hang
which by the way,
on.
which by the way, as soon as this is done, I need to show you the Halloween episodes of Critical Role so you can see when they actually dressed up as their
I've-
characters. And
I've
Sam
seen a
showed
couple
up
of them.
dressed as Phoenix Wright.
He
That's awesome.
did.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Beautiful. All right, gang. It's really, really late. Thankfully, we don't have exercises. We're gonna call it here. Thank you
Mhm.
so much for hanging out with
Thanks
us.
for coming.
Oh yeah, this was a fun
We
one.
will see you again next week. We will
Uh-oh.
see you again next week.
Bye.
Shut up.
Uh-oh.
We will see you again next week for chapter 5. I will see you guys Thursday for the anime watch along, and we will see you Saturday for Anime Church. Thank you guys so much. Good night and take care. Sorry for the long extra thing, but we were just trying to get done with this chapter, and sorry we took so long.
It's only
We
an
got
extra
sidetracked.
15 minutes, so yeah.
Well,
It's an extra 15 minutes.
Not too bad.
actually, it's an extra
Yeah.
48 because I thought we were gonna. I was hoping we would
Oh.
actually get done by 10.
Oh,
yeah,
We,
that's
we
right.
did, we're
Yeah.
doing them by
Mhm.
10 now, not 10:30.
Yeah, by 10.
Yeah.
Really quickly, hang on one second. I'm trying to see because I was gonna see if we could raid somebody.
Yeah, we got raided. What about
Since
who did we raid the last
we
couple
did
times?
two. No, I can't raid Fangs. I was gonna raid Fangs, but Fangs is no longer online,
Oh,
Oh.
which is sad.
what happened with
Which
them?
is sad. She's no longer streaming. She ended her stream. I guess she is done right now.
Oh, for today. Okay. Okay.
I can't raid Iron Mouse because she not doing things. Dead Cells. Ecomog is streaming.
Let me see.
Turtles and Chill.
Who we got?
Oh my God, is Director Nasty is on. Is he doing?
Yeah, Director Nasty was.
Bro,
yeah.
he is playing Elden Ring. Yes, we're gonna raid him.
That's awesome. Yeah.
He is playing.
Elden Ring's a good game.
He's doing Elden Ring. We are so gonna come in there and raid his ass. All right, so guys, get ready. We're gonna raid. Director Nasty. So we're coming in with the slime raid, and you guys. Have
Thank
a
you for
good
coming.
one. Thank you for.
Mhm.
Yes. Thank you
Yeah.
for attending.
Hmm.
You can come on.
Thank
Director
you for
Nasty.
participating in this glorious reading of Rimuru.
Guys, you can say thank you for coming on Director Nasty's. That's how it'll be, and you know how to spell it. You know how to spell it.
Thanks for coming.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Bye
These are my feelers.
bye.
Schmidt.
Feel them.
Yeah.
A glorious
That's such a
schmat to you
good-
all. Schmidt.
Yeah. Shmish,
There it is.